What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, not Tickety. TKD, and you're back again here on Save Slot Podcast, episode 5, Empire Strikes Back episode. Let's get it. With me on the panel, we have, of course, the one and only, in the mentions and in your DMs of your favorite Naughty Dog developer, Tajae. How you doing?
Moment.
How are you, my boy? How are you, bro? How you doing?
Great day today.
Chilling. Absolutely.
Chilling.
And over here to my immediate left, we got the yin and the yang.
That's us.
The dynamic duo, Brent and Jamal.
Hey. Yeah, name a better duo than us. And you'll probably start naming them pretty quickly, so don't do it. But yeah, so you got Jamal right here. You got your boy Brent. You can find us GameSpeak podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever the fuck you listen to. Damn it! I said I did it again. I'm sorry.
Way to keep rolling. Wait, this is a test because last week we didn't. So I want to see if this week this one gets flagged, and then we will know for sure. So I actually kind of thank you for that. So like now we can test.
Yeah,
right? Okay, good.
It was planned. Definitely, I planned that.
Absolutely.
No, just kidding.
Absolutely. And before we move on, I'm saying, Tajae, where can people find you? Because I know we're doing plugs in the beginning of the episode.
You can find me on the Twitters, on the Twizzard, you know what I'm saying, at Tajae Moment. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Tajae. Or if you really want me to flex, type in The Last of Us 2 and you'll find me on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Are you like on the first page?
Damn.
Bro, every time I upload, first page, bro.
I love it.
We got a celebrity here.
You love the power. You love the power of SEO. But see, so what have you been playing section, right? One game caught my eye. That was from the homie Brent. Brent,
Hey.
what are you playing?
Okay, so I'm playing Jurassic World Evolution, right?
Okay.
I saw this, and to be 100% honest with you, for some reason when I saw this, I was imagining like Turok or something, like you going through fighting dinosaurs and shit. It's not the case. It's basically like Zoo Tycoon with dinosaurs.
I remember this game.
It's like a tycoon kind of thing where you're like building your own park and you try to get money so you can like invest in dinosaur research and get more dinosaurs, and then inevitably your park goes haywire like Jurassic Park style. I don't know. It's kind of fun if you like that kind of game, but you really have to be into that whole kind of SimCity style game.
Right. I see. So okay, interesting. Are you playing on PS4 or like Xbox or PC?
I'm playing this one on Xbox, but it's on all consoles.
I see.
I only tried it on Xbox because it was free.
Right. Is it in
WW?
Is it in like Game Pass or something like that, or is it?
Yeah,
it's on Game Pass.
Okay,
and I think it was a free game like a few months ago.
These developers. No, okay, let me know.
I feel that. We can go with Taj. Pretty much to be expected,
Yeah, I've been playing The Last of Us like a freak. I plugged up the PlayStation 3, and I felt like it was only right that I got The Last of Us Platinum on PS3. So over the weekend, plugged it up, played it 3 times in a row. Like I literally started it, finished, started it, finished, started it.
Oh, so you played the old school version 3 times in a row?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
I forgot what PS4 even looked like by the end of it. Like,
you
probably a nice treat when you booted it back up. Like,
PS4 when I put it back, like literally right after I got back on PS4, booted it up, and I was like, bro, like,
went blind.
You know what's the worst? Honestly, is it's just like dealing with the PS3 after getting used to the PS4, because the PS3. Bro, you can't even do like 80% of the things in the main menu unless you quit the game. There's like that much low ramp. Like it's like little things like that, and just the XMB was just
clicking on the trophy list. Like, bro, I kid you not, bro.
Syncing trophies,
my trophies on my phone, bro.
Bro, syncing trophies takes forever on PS3.
Is so much better on PS4.
Oh, so much better. Leaps and bounds.
Syncing trophies on PS3 takes 50,000 hours and 69 seconds.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's because I feel like back on the PS3, it's because they didn't charge for their online stuff, so like they didn't have all that extra cash to throw at it. You know what I'm saying? Like Xbox did.
To make it fast.
You're right, though. That is a huge source of revenue that they did not have.
Partially
on the PS3,
that.
right?
I feel like it's also partially like the overall power of the system.
Although,
The PS3 has half a gig of RAM.
that
half.
Wow.
doo-doo.
Half
know that.
gig. Half a gig. It's true. Half a gig.
Imagine if it had a whole gig.
I know, bro. It'd be double.
You wanna know what's
double
crazy?
speed, man.
Like the PS3. Crap. I did not just forget. Whatever.
You hate to see a young king. You
Yeah.
hate to see a true king just slip up. Hate to see it.
I saw the thought like
True.
fly away.
Oh,
just
it's
like-
tragic. Tragic.
I'm
But
gonna try to get it back.
Taj, while you
Later.
try and get it back, Jamel, tell me about your foray into your new PlayStation exclusive. I see.
Okay,
it.
so
I like it. I
I'm
like
gonna
the
piss off a
selection.
lot of people. All right, I started playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and
Don't.
I
Just don't.
I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate. I just what I found is that I'm not ready to jump into an open world game right now.
That's fine.
So like
Okay.
as soon as I got into the open area and did like a couple side missions or side quests, I was like, this just isn't what I want to do right now. You know, like I want to come back to this when I'm feeling it.
Okay.
And then so I jumped over to since I figured out my internet situation, unlike last week, I now I'm getting 50 megabytes upload and download. I went on PlayStation Now and streamed Resistance 3. And dude, I am loving that shit.
Interesting.
I am
so
loving it.
So with me and Resistance, right? I never played the original trilogy, right? But I did play the PSP and the PS Vita Resistance games. Them being Resistance Retribution on the PSP and Resistance Burning Skies. And I loved Retribution a lot more than Burning Skies, but I do want to play the core Resistance games eventually.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The only one I played was Fall of Man, which is the original.
Yeah,
Fell in
yeah,
love
for
with
sure.
the game. Played it a million times. Great, amazing.
See, that's what I want
and
though.
It's hard. It has a challenge. Like Resistance, bro. It has a challenge.
tough.
The first one, at least. I don't know about the others.
The
First
third
game-
one is pretty tough, dude. It's cool. I like how all the weapons have like a secondary like thing that they can do. You know,
Oh,
so like
yeah.
it's like it's not just one thing. Like the gun always has like some secondary
Secondary,
option.
like,
to it.
Secondary fire
Yeah.
mode, yeah.
Right. Like for
And-
instance, I don't know if this is inside the third game, but they have the bullseye. So like you
Yep.
can shoot
Yeah,
the bullseye.
uh-huh.
Then if you shoot like the secondary, it shoots like a dot that sticks and the bullets guide to it.
I
And they
love
have
the
that, like,
bullseye. The bullseye's iconic
Yeah.
as hell.
They
Such
have
a
like a
good-
shotgun. You either do one barrel shot or two barrel shot. They have what else do I remember, bro? Memory
The-
strong.
the-
I know there's a
snipers
sniper.
and-
Yeah. There's some with a sniper, right? What is that? Can it
Does
go
it
through
have like
walls?
a heat sink?
No,
Does it have
that's the man, I forget what
railgun
it's
or
called.
whatever?
It's called an auger, right, or something like that.
Yes,
The
auger,
can
auger.
go through walls. Yeah,
Bro,
fire.
I've been playing this since like 06, bro.
Fire, bro. Fire. You,
Yeah,
bro,
dude.
you know what?
Bro, I gotta play Resistance, bro. I gotta
Dude,
Honestly,
it's so good.
I
I'm
was
going
I was gonna jump to God of War as my playthrough series I do on PSS on this channel. If you're watching it, youtube.com/PlayStation Source. You can check out playlist. We've done Uncharted 1. We're on Uncharted 2 right now. You know what I'm saying? I just figured I like have a game exclusively for streaming at all times. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I want to stream,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pop it open.
Oh,
we
yeah.
play through it. You know what I'm saying?
You only played on stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I want to play on stream. Yeah, Resistance is on that list, but I don't know where I'm gonna play it.
The
Should I play
problem
it
with
next?
Resistance 3 is that you can't play Resistance 1 and 2. Like you just
It's not on
can't unless
PS
you
Now?
have a PS3. No.
It used to be. They
Oh,
must
it's
have
not
taken
on
it
PS
off.
Now? Are you
No,
serious? I thought it was, bro.
Yeah.
Only
No.
3, right?
Are you
Yeah.
for
Only
real?
3.
That's
Bro, you know what I
tragic.
might do?
It's upsetting.
That's my big
Wait,
problem with
are you
PS
for
Now is
real?
they take games off frequently. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. They just
I didn't know they
Yo.
removed PS3 games. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't know that.
I didn't.
yeah.
Yo, I had no idea that they took off Resistance because I remember seeing it. That
Yeah,
that is
I
a
know.
tragedy.
I played it back in the day on PlayStation Now, but
Oh man.
I think they've since taken it and a couple others off.
Wow.
It's
That's
upsetting.
I think so. They used to have the full Killzone series on there too, and they've taken I think some of those.
that one too. Are you serious?
Yeah, I could be wrong. I
They took
mean,
off Killzone.
I think they still. I don't know.
look it
Don't quote me on that. I'll
I'm looking it
look into that.
Yeah. If you have PS Now, look into it. But what I've been playing recently, right? I know we talked about it a little bit last week, I believe. Resident Evil 2.
Ooh,
Um,
boy.
I'm still checking through that. I will be playing after this podcast because I haven't played in a few days. You know what I'm saying? Over the weekend, my schedule for work definitely gets a lot more hectic. I'm a server, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely serve a lot more on the weekends,
Same.
whatever. But Resident Evil 2, there was a time. Okay, so I forgot if I said that on this podcast or the one before. So if I repeated the story, my bad. But there were times where I was playing with my friend on a Discord call, right? And I was legit freaking out.
Yeah, we know this story.
Okay, never mind. Okay, we said that. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2, I played a little bit more of it, but not too much. Trying to keep it going, but hopefully this weekend. I did start that I know I didn't talk about is Uncharted 2. I did start that up. Again, the beginning of that game, not at all how I remember it, bro. I thought that the intro was you just being introduced to all these characters, oh my god, Chloe and who's the man? What's the dude's name? Flynn. Thank you. Yeah. Flynn. I thought the intro to Uncharted 2 was you already doing the heist to try and steal the
How do you forget the most iconic Uncharted start?
No, I remember that, but I thought that was it. I didn't remember the beach bar. I don't remember him going.
Flashbacks?
Yeah, and also I don't remember the flash forwards, I guess, of him on the train wreckage. Like, I remember those moments, but I thought they were way further to the game.
That's because they are. The game starts you in the future of, like, it starts you in the middle of the story.
Yeah.
Media res.
Like, you don't know what's going on. And
Yeah. Yeah. I just forgot that it did that. Right. I thought you just started off with you in the heist with Flynn and Chloe as well, and then
it would have been a weird start, to be honest.
And then
you think about it at the beginning,
I guess, yeah. And then Flynn twists, Flynn does a flip on you, and then you get pulled up in jail for 3 months. Yeah, I just forgot about the flash forwards and all that. I was like, wow, So again, going back to this series, having that feeling of like, all right, I think I remember this, and then there's a lot more that I didn't remember about Uncharted 2. Still great. This is the first time that that like I was truly wowed by. Can my phone be quiet? That I was.
Mine.
Huh? Was it?
I thought that was mine. I was
Bro, it's mine. It's my boy giving me updates on. They're still at the gym and they're gonna get Chili's after though.
Tell them to get the appetizer trio.
Yeah, you gotta get the big mouth burger bites.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The sliders at Chili's are fire.
So
anyway,
good.
So
the
good.
Southwest egg rolls, bro.
Nah.
What is it?
Studio Movie Grill? No, I don't have that.
No, I've never heard of that.
Y'all missing out.
But nonetheless, I'm most definitely enjoying Uncharted 2. It's still as great. I still want to see if this is still my favorite Uncharted after I play through 4. And I'm also thinking about including Lost Legacy as well. That one's a quick game, and I do still have it, and I do play it. I mean, I did play it. I did enjoy it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I have. I liked it. It was good. So
imagine if they didn't do that. Tila would be out last year.
For real. That's true. But I feel like I might squeeze in Lost Legacy there, but we'll see. So still trying to do Uncharted, still enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
What if they would have done like a PS Vita Last of Us spinoff?
Oh, that would be sick.
I feel like that'd be weird.
Last of Us.
I don't think I want that.
Because listen,
where like you're playing as like a Firefly or something.
That
I feel like it'd be weird.
Vita got enough support. I could see it happening, but I don't think Naughty Dog will work on it.
No, right now, no. I love the Vita. I have one right over there. The Vita's dead. I know that.
Oh, I meant like back when the Vita was still like halfway alive.
It's got no support. I felt like I don't think the Vita got any true because I never cared. Like I never even when they were showing it, it never made me care.
You know the little expansion they did in The Last of Us that was like the extra story Left Behind. I think Left Behind would have made a cool little standalone like Vita experience. You know what
Actually,
I mean?
Fun fact, I still have not played Left Behind. I'm
really?
saving it.
What the
I'm saving
it. Dude, it's pretty good. Why you play it?
I am saving it to document my experience with Left Behind on Road to Part 2, the Last of Us podcast that I do. So
when are you gonna play?
Okay.
I'm thinking like maybe like mid to end of March. Definitely coming up.
I can't wait to talk to you about it.
But yeah, I mean, we will definitely talk about it on here as well. But I have yet to play.
You're gonna see the famous scene that everybody
I know what happens
keyboard.
in the DLC. Like I know what happens in it, but I still want to play
What
it myself.
happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Well,
definitely need to.
I'm not gonna spoil it
What's
here.
what's
'cause,
the
you know,
famous scene?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows
That's
it by
it.
now. Let's be real.
Speaking of famous scenes, there's gonna be a lot of famous scenes we'll have on PS5, including a PS5 patent that has some fans panicking on
So
Sony's side
panic.
of things. So Sony looks like they filed a patent this week, and it is apparently directed towards the prospect of microtransactions.
I know exactly what you're about to talk about.
Right. So I'll read a little bit here from Push Square. Again, link in the description. So the diagram shows a user conversing with their console in an Alexa-esque scenario. In this example, the device reveals that 80% of players beat a particular boss using a specific type of in-game resource. It then allows you to acquire that item, presumably using entire in-game currency or real money via the PSR. So essentially, it'll give you like little notifications on like, hey, if you're stuck on this boss. Usually people have beat this boss with this said resource or this said material that you can buy directly from that notification via in-game currency if you have it or real money as well. So a little bit more of a way to boost microtransactions in games, I guess. But not really boost them, but like boost the knowledge of them and how they can help you in a particular game, right?
As long as it doesn't pause the game and be like, yo, check this out. Like if it somehow like appears and is like, or like you can go into the settings and turn it on or turn it off, like for the game, then I don't see how that really affects anybody. I mean, except for the people that want to spend the money. It's like it's not a bad thing. It's whatever.
I think it'd be kind of cool if it was like the Microsoft paperclip and it like popped up and it's like you need a hint, and you can like hit it,
Bro,
that would affect your immersion.
Yeah.
True, but you can turn it off, like you were saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Settings,
Well,
if you can turn it all the way off, then yeah.
Also, you don't even have to trigger it because you have to trigger it by saying, "Hey, PlayStation, how do I defeat this boss?" And then the PS4 kind of tells you.
The thing about this seems like very niche and is gonna die off because like
very quick.
100%.
Had nothing
reminds
like
me
this.
of when Xbox came out. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
You can go ahead and say that because I was gonna bring that up.
I was just going to say, it reminds me of the Kinect thing with all the voice functionality for the Kinect, how Xbox was originally going to have all their games have like Kinect features where you could like talk to the game and
like
it would do shit,
and you call a timeout like.
Right. So
Bro, remember back when they tried to like say the whole like I remember when everybody can Xbox One still like watch TV and play the game at the same time? Is that still a
Yeah, you can.
I think so. I think with the
I remember back in the day everybody was showing it off. I haven't seen that shit.
Do the newer model Xboxes have both HDMI in and out on them like the original Xbox, or do they take that out? It does still have it. Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Here's a throwback. Do y'all remember Milo? Do y'all remember the Kinect Milo shit?
No.
Where like whenever they were first showing off the Kinect, they were showing off this like thing where there's like this little boy like living in this world and like they're like talking to him through the Kinect and like his name is Milo and he like lives there and they're like, this AI is so realistic, like he'll talk to you and stuff. They showed this at E3 back in the day. I don't remember which one. And so like he's like talking to the lady and he's like, I want to draw you something. And so she takes a piece of paper and like puts it over the Kinect and he like grabs it in real time and like draws it on it and shit.
Did
like
it ever come out?
No. None of that ever.
Why you sound so ecstatic?
Because it was so funny. Like I thought it was gonna be real, dude.
Bro,
and like this is how I feel about this thing. Like it's just a patent,
I will say one of the really
it's
cool.
gonna die in the drafts.
Yeah, definitely. But before we get to the next story, I do want to say that one of the really cool things that Xbox showed a few years ago, I think it was called Project Spark. I think.
Yeah, that it actually
is that
came
the light
out,
peripheral that would shine the light off of what you're playing in the game, like from the size of your TV. Is that?
Oh
Project
no! That wasn't. That was called like Aura or something.
What
Some
was
weird
that
shit.
called? I thought that was pretty
forget.
cool. I would never buy it, but I just thought it was pretty cool.
I've seen like off-brand things
Versions
that do
of that, yeah.
and apparently they work pretty good.
Like I'm really trying to catch up.
So
right now. Like, I'm not...
it was this hardware that Xbox was like promoting as like a project, like they're working on it behind the scenes, right? And it was where you would, I forget if the two light beams were like behind you or on the sides of the TV, but what
it's on the TV.
Yeah, it's like behind the TV.
Behind the TV. Okay, so it would like project and flash similar colors to what are happening on screen.
I think I remember this.
If that makes sense. Yeah. I don't
They
know.
were like, it'll make you more immersed in the game you're playing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Which
I've actually played on stuff like that, and it does have like kind of a cool immersion feature.
I bet.
I don't
bet. I
It
bet.
does.
Next up, did anyone here play The Division or Division 2? If not, I will say my
actually
piece.
started up on Division
I played the
2.
first one a little bit.
I would say Division 2 is actually not a bad like MMO RPG type ish Destiny type game, looter shooter, I should say. I think I really like it, but obviously you need friends and time to do that. And whenever like me doing YouTube now, I don't have time to play with friends anymore because it's kind of like if I feel like all social gaming aspect is gone. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
yeah, you're just working when you're playing
Yeah.
games.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel that. Well, I loved the Division 2. I liked the Division 1, but I love Division 2, right? And they're coming out with their new expansion that they did a blowout yesterday as of...
Is it a new season pass type thing?
It's not a new season pass. It's more of just like an expansion. So how they describe it is that it's a narrative-focused expansion which takes players back to New York, and you can get an in-depth look at the link below in the description, but it will cost $30. And I think they said the release date was March 3rd. I think it's like early March, I believe.
You excited?
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna jump in. Yeah, definitely gonna jump back in. I played Division 2 back when it first came out last year. I thought it was leaps and bounds better than Division 1. I feel like they definitely improved the Division game in like a lot of different facets and different
Do
ways.
you like the snow like looking area better or like the?
So, okay, right. Okay,
the
so
first one based in New York.
yeah, so the first one was in New York during the holiday season. So there's still Christmas decorations up and it's snowing. It's beautiful, right? So I think I do prefer that a little bit more than the spring
tropical,
DC.
like,
Well,
yeah.
because the second Division 2 takes place in DC
Washington,
during like the
DC.
springtime. Yeah. So I like both, but I think I liked the Division 1 aesthetically a little bit better.
Which one was like the 1-to-1 recreation of the city? Like,
New York.
I know one of the Divisions game. Yeah, was it New
Well,
York?
Yeah, I mean both are pretty close, and it was so close that when I was playing the Division 1, so I'm from New York. I'm from Queens, right? So my dad like walked into my room asking me a question, and he saw me open the mini map of Division, and he's like, wait, scroll through this, and he was pointing out like, yeah, I used to work at this building. This was a bodega that I used to go through a lot, and like I would go down this street. Like he was like, yo, this is a really well done like map representation of that area of New York.
How Spider-Man does. Spider-Man's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video where the guy's like literally like playing the game and he looks out the window and it's the same exact building that he's like looking at in the game?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude, for a YouTube video, you should get your dad to play and just like take you on a tour on the
Straight
places
up.
he used to work and
that would be
stuff.
great.
Straight up, no, because like, he was in the room for like 15 minutes, like, and like he had no idea like games could do that.
What it was. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Bro, games
he was
are
blown away
fire,
that
bro.
like it was a game. But yeah, if you're asking, I mean, we do have a specific, little excerpt from Ubisoft. I guess I'll read. Oh, I'm just kidding. There is a release date
Wait,
for this
before we
expansion.
go on, I want to talk about the whole like games looking like real life. So, GTA 5 does a fantastic job of showing off like LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I agree.
very
I agree.
But the thing is, recently, like I forgot what I was doing, but I zoomed out. Like I don't know if I was watching a YouTube video, but they like went up in the sky. In the map of GTA 5, it's like a big island. So if you like think about it, it's kind of weird to think that's Cali, but like it's literally surrounded by ocean. Like you don't think that's kind of weird? I don't know if y'all looked at it, but
I didn't even really think about it
like
like that.
the map
yeah,
is literally
yeah.
surrounded
Surrounded by
water,
ocean,
like,
right,
Yeah,
right,
it's just
yeah.
weird. It's weird. I don't know.
because LA is definitely not right. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
it just looks like. Plus, that's not even a lot of land to live on. Like, there's just all this life and buzzing going on. And it's like a mini like island. It's just weird.
They gotta have ships bringing in resources
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's like, is this a battle royale map or like what the hell?
Yeah.
But the Warlords of New York expansion for Division 2 is going to launch March 3rd, 2020. And a quick little excerpt. So New York is under threat. Aaron Keener A former Division agent turned rogue has taken control of Lower Manhattan, backed by 4 devoted and highly skilled lieutenants trained by the Division, but disavowing its ideals. They are now the highest authority in town and the most formidable force the agents have ever faced. So looks like it's a turned member of the Division looking to take over New York. So I'm definitely gonna play. So I will let you all know how I feel about it. Also, if you guys are interested in Division 2, not sure how long this price point will stick, but it is approximately $3 digitally everywhere and $5 physically in some places. I'm not sure if that's across the board, but it's $3 digitally. So I mean,
that's a lot of game for $3, right?
That's
there.
a lot of game and a lot of good game. I will say good game. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. But one more thing to bring up about Division 2 and all that is that the devs were saying that they don't have any plans to bring a PS5 port, which of course brings a lot of confusion because we've heard from Sony that pretty much the majority, and from them I think we've heard all, but some people say the majority, like Ubisoft last week, or I think this week, said that most PS4 games will work with PS5. But it looks like
I really feel like I'm really interested to see how like the launch of PS5 looks.
I am too, man.
Like it's the first one I'm gonna be a part of, and it feels like it's gonna be different than any other one. By the way, they're talking about how easy it is to go over. Like
yeah, it's
different, but the same will it be?
Yeah, it's gonna be odd. But from what Ubisoft says, the associate creative director, Yannick B. says, quote, "What I can tell you is that we are not making a specific version for those consoles. We are very much focused on just working on what we have now and making that as good as possible." So it looks like they're saying that, you know, they're not making a PS5 version, but they do say from what PS5. Yeah, because they say what I can tell you, right? So by all means, maybe this game won't be affected by next gen and by the whole leap, and we'll be able to, you know, use it as well. But we'll have to see when we get our hands on the
I feel
game.
pretty confident that
console.
most modern games will still be playable next generation. You know, unless they just like the servers go down on the game developers end, I think we'll be able to play just about everything we can play.
The only like really thing I really want to see what's gonna happen is like remasters.
Oh, like which remasters get? I mean,
like how they're gonna go about that? Like, are they gonna go the patch direction, like Xbox did? Because Xbox doesn't really have remasters because obviously it's backwards compatible. They patch in like a. So like, are we gonna have that, or are we gonna have to buy the game again? Like, how are they gonna do it?
I think for remasters specifically, those will be patch based, right? But I think we will still get the remakes, right? Like, I still feel like we
The Last of Us PS5 remake.
No.
It'll be
I don't think we'll get that. Yeah.
We won't get it. I'm saying like imagine though, like.
Yeah, but like,
I can't even.
I mean,
we haven't even seen the first one yet. You like imagine?
No, I'm not talking about like a remake of the second game. I'm saying like, let's say they go back and just remake the first game, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a part 1 remake.
I'm thinking we're gonna see remakes we have to pay for the full game for if it's like a game that's old enough to warrant a remake, like they did with Shadow of the Colossus or something. You know what I mean? Like
some Well, actually, we're already doing PS2 and PS1 remakes, so. Whatever, remakes just probably need to. I think remakes probably just need to stop.
I'm cool with remakes as long as it's a good game. Like Resident Evil 3 is like my most anticipated game right now. You know what I mean? Like,
but I feel like what else is there left to remake? Like I feel like everything iconic.
There's just plenty. I would like a Resistance trilogy remake. I would like an Infamous remaster remake.
I take a remaster other than because I feel like sometimes when they remake, things get distorted, as in like it loses. Yeah,
true.
I feel like Resistance fell off because nobody played it. So like maybe just reboot the series, like restart. You know what I'm saying?
I think of reboot. Like I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I feel you.
I just want a remaster. Like I'll take a port any day.
I feel that. Taj, you been playing a little Modern Warfare recently?
I actually haven't touched it in a while.
We do got season 2 upon us.
They did come out
gonna
today.
jump in.
Yeah,
I do have it downloaded. I haven't played it yet, but if you want to jump in and do some gunfight, I'm down.
Did you hear about there's gonna be like a not blackout because that's Black Ops game based battle royale like inside.
Oh, cool.
I did. I did.
On that.
Let's
probably
first,
gonna be tight.
let's first run down what you get with season 2 of Modern Warfare. Then we'll talk about the Call of Duty Warzone mode. That is the battle royale.
That's the name of it, Warzone.
Ooh.
Warzone.
Right.
Yeah. So starting off here, season 2, available now. You will get a Rust reimagined map coming to Modern Warfare, as well as Atlas Superstore, which is looking to be like just a big Costco, Walmart-esque type of multiplayer map where you're playing in the halls of a grocery store or like Walmart convenience store. That's pretty cool. As well as
That sounds really cool.
I'm pretty sure this next one called Candor Hideout is going to be a oh my god, what's it called? Oh my god, the massive player count ground war map for that one. And then there's also 2 new gunfight maps, which are Bazaar and Rust as well. So Rust is both a gunfight and a regular 6v6 map as well. Got some new game modes. Gunfight tournaments are back. CDL playlist, so the competitive COD rule set will be in the playlist for you to play if you like that. Infected Ground War, which sounds fun. Gunfight variants as well, so they're going to have new, I believe, creative classes for gunfight, I believe is what they're aiming at there. As well as night mode reinforce, if you'd like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's also 2 operators. The first one being the most infamous, iconic Modern Warfare character, Ghost, is available as a operator that you can play as.
Although his mask, I'm not.
It looks. I don't like this Ghost design, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't know why do they purposely fuck shit up? My bad. They purposely mess stuff up. Like, bro, whose idea was that, bro? Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, bro, when I saw that, I was like, why?
So mad, bro.
I was like, I saw it and I didn't watch the trailer yet. I just saw the photo. I was like, wow. Like,
yeah.
I didn't even know that was actually Ghost. I was hoping it wasn't, but like, I was like, why they do Ghost like that? Like,
it looks
like,
wild.
what if it was Ghost?
It looks
but
bulky,
bad.
Like, it has like this whole like sticking out. Like it's like the mask, but it has like a extra layer like pop. Like it's just.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like armor. It's weird. I'm like, hey, like the original Ghost mask is just a ski mask, but with the skull on it.
Like,
That's actually what it is. So I feel that.
I don't know why they have this
added
extra
armor and
3D
that's weird.
armor plate.
It's weird.
It's cool they're adding Rust though. That's pretty dope.
It is cool. It is nice.
Hopefully it plays this.
And the shopping mall or the Walmart level sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, what's really neat, before we go on to the other operators, Atlas Superstore. Atlas was the evil corporation in another Infinity War Call of Duty game, Advanced Warfare, with Kevin Spacey, if I remember that.
That's right.
So, don't know if there's any tie-in there, but I thought that was pretty interesting that they called it Atlas. Maybe it's just a nice nod to that past game, perhaps. But we also got Talon as an operator, which is coming soon, as well as Mace is also coming soon later on in the season. But 2 guns available now in the Battle Pass for Season 2 for Modern Warfare is the GRU 5.56 and the Striker 45. And the Striker 45 resembles a UMP 45. It's not exactly the same thing, but it resembles it. So pretty cool. And I think GRU 5.56, what I saw in like early promotion stuff is like it's similar to like the Honey Badger, where it's a little bit more of like a AR and like SMG type of half and half, you know? So
Nice.
yeah,
Cool.
and also they hint at what Taj was talking about earlier, the Battle Royale mode, which is rumored to be called Warzone. How do we feel about it?
You want to know my question, bro? You know that Charlie Intel account? I literally watched that account blow up. How do they, bro? Why does everything about Call of Duty always get leaked? Like, I feel like it's not even getting leaked anymore. I feel like it's low-key given to them.
Oh yeah. Like, well, I mean, I was giving them or not, but like I know they have been around for a long time.
But the thing is, I saw that account literally go from nothing to what it is today. Like, I don't even know how that transition happened. I don't know how they got verified. It just blew up. Like, it was like I remember them first getting really heavy in like BO3 days, but it wasn't like a real thing yet until like I want to say, when did it come up? I want to say like
it was
what
like
after BO3.
I want to say it was like post Modern Warfare 2.
IW
around like Black Ops 2 era. I want to say is when Charlie Intel.
They've been around that long.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, dude.
I didn't see it till BO3, and it still wasn't even like popping like it is today.
Honestly,
I don't think it didn't get to where it is today to IW. I kid you not. Infinite Warfare is the game where it just took off like completely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like these game studios might be so big that the leaks just get out. You know, I feel like the bigger the studio, the more prone it is to
where my Naughty
leaking.
Dog
You know?
leaks at?
Right.
They have like over.
They're not that big though.
They have nearly 2 million followers on Twitter.
No. I mean,
Yeah, but, like,
their
the
studio,
employees,
like how
yeah.
many employees
there
there.
isn't. Yeah,
Because you got to realize that like the people working on Call of Duty, there's probably like 300 to 500 people on each
Oh,
game.
probably more
Probably.
than that
pumping
even.
out
Yeah.
so quick, probably also.
Yeah, and if
And they
if
make a lot of
John
money,
slips
too,
into the
so you can
bathroom
afford
with a USB, nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hey, uploads to the
They're
internet.
probably leaking for the. You think somebody's paying for these leaks, Loki?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't say if they were, because then they'd get
Right.
their leaker in trouble and they wouldn't be able to get it next time.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Crazy, bro.
Shout out John with the USB stick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
dude.
I
Make sure you wash your hands before you bring me that
More
USB.
moralistic person. I don't leak anything. So if anybody's watching this, you could.
Oh yeah.
I'm not part of any of that
Hey,
bullshit.
Naughty Dog, Tajae would never,
I'm not part of any of
ever.
it. I'm logging out of everything if I see anything. That's facts.
Yeah,
100%.
we're blind. We're blind to leaks, bro.
That's just morally wrong. And I
Except the ones we don't leak, and then we bring you those on the news.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yo, yes.
Now, another game that, infamously got leaked earlier this year, 2020, was, of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Coming out. Obviously, we did talk about the delay on the show, the first episode of Save Slot Podcast. Final Fantasy
Wait, are you
VII.
talking about FF7?
Yeah, the
I wanna
remake.
talk about this. I don't know exactly because I'm not really a big fan of that, and I didn't look into it, of course. So I didn't see the leaks, but I know a lot of fans saw the leaks. But I heard the leaks are very it just damaged all the work they took their time doing. Pretty. Whatever.
I personally haven't seen the leaks, and even if I saw them, I don't know the
Bro,
context
it's
of the original game, right?
Content, literally.
Yeah,
in-game
like
content got leaked.
I know that.
And it was mass spreaded to
Yeah,
I mean, the game's like 20 years old. There's not really much you can spoil at this point. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Unless they change shit up.
well,
like,
that's what.
they changed
Well, that's what it was that someone got access to the full demo that was on the PSN store, and there was actually rips
this
of
is
it.
why Naughty Dog would never give us nice things. Because
Yeah.
these foolishness, I'm not going to say the other word I want to say, but you want to edit it out?
this effery.
You want to edit this out?
No,
Okay, I ain't going to say it.
I mean, if you want,
These things, okay?
I just gotta remember it.
Why are they doing this?
Man.
Why are they doing it? Make sure you edit that out. Why are they doing this?
I gotta
this,
cut
bro?
that whole thing out, man. That's crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy.
you have to
I have to remember
Don't
that, bro.
forget.
I'm
Don't
gonna. Okay, so
forget.
37. I gotta write down on the.
Yeah,
Well, like at the beginning of this, Naughty Dog was like, "We can't wait to give Tajae this game." And halfway through it, they're burning their laptops and shit, like trying to
that is-
delete.
Why are they doing it? Why would you do that?
Did you just say it again, bro? I gotta block you out twice. God damn.
My bad.
Now I can remember. Okay, during the 37-minute mark, you will say some wild stuff.
If you forget this, we're fighting, bro. Do
You,
not
you
forget
should
to
just
cut
put
this
up
out.
like a
No,
like
I
a
will,
little
I
like.
will, I will.
Do not forget to cut that out.
Okay,
You need to
I
put little
will.
beeps in. That'd be
I would like to
hilarious.
say it anyways, I can say it, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Or you should do it like you should leave the video and do a voiceover of it and him just talking really nicely about all the people over at the Final Fantasy team.
Absolutely.
Nah, but whoever did that, bro, if he gets caught, I don't know if he got caught, but if he gets caught, bro, he is facing some major consequences.
Well, if that homie is wanting to play the full Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox, he will indeed still have to wait a full year, even though the game got delayed. That was a little thing that was just kind of just added on to this whole news story. Was that, of course, it got delayed from March to April of this year. You know what I'm saying? So they are indeed shifting the time exclusivity of this game on PlayStation to match the delay, so that's still a year. Yeah, that was the only major thing that was brought up here.
Honestly,
that was all.
If you wait till next year, stop. Don't wait. There's no point. Don't wait.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of pointless. Like, I feel like after a year, no one's gonna be talking about this game anymore. No offense to.
Come out on next gen?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
it's
good
got
question.
to. I don't think it's gonna get remastered or anything. It'll just be backwards
I'm
compatible.
scared. We're about to see a whole bunch of games we already seen when this next generation starts.
I mean, that's how this early gen started too. Was that we were getting a lot of remasters. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. That's
I didn't
kinda,
come into 2015, so I came in. It was
2015 was the year that we got Bloodborne. We got
I
Uncharted
came in the
4.
summer of 2015.
No, Uncharted 4 was 2016.
No, I said I came in the summer of 2015.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like when PlayStation started popping off on PS4. It was like Bloodborne was 2015. Black Ops 2 was 2015, I think, as well as what was the other? Order 1886 was on PS3. I mean, 2015.
That was a launch title,
PS3.
I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No.
I think that was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
That
No, it
wasn't
wasn't.
launch.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. Launch for PS4 was like Killzone Shadowfall,
The
Knack.
launch was dookie.
Knack.
already.
Bro.
Resogun was really good as well. Yeah. But
Was it Resident
yeah,
Evil
well-
3, though? Everybody got there, right?
Well,
Resogun
we
was
had
PS Plus, yeah.
Rise, Son of Rome.
Was that game
So
good?
no,
No, it's really bad.
Back when I was looking at next gen, like I thought it was sick, but I mean,
It looked
It
good.
was pretty.
yeah.
it was
It
so
did.
repetitive and pointless.
it did
Oh.
look. It did look cool. It did. Look
Bro,
cool.
what games on Xbox have seen a sequel other than Crackdown, Halo, and Gears? And Forza.
Fable.
Fable.
And Fable.
KOTOR got 2 back in the day,
KOTOR was good.
Bro, I can't- when
which
I
is
think
coming
of
back
Xbox
now.
exclusives, I can't even think of any good franchise.
You're
Bro,
talking
I
about, dude?
The
Blinks
good ones were all
times.
back in
the
the day.
photo where it's like 3 lanes and it's like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and it says choose one franchise from each list.
I said the same thing that you're about to say. I said the same thing.
Well,
I
also
could do-
Hellblade now.
I could do
Um,
Nintendo. I could do PlayStation, Xbox. Oh my gosh.
I just chose Halo, so I went.
Yeah,
I
went.
chose
I
Zelda,
went.
Ratchet and Clank, and I chose Halo.
Yeah,
I
you have to
did-
choose Halo.
I don't know. That's an easy Fable for me because just Fable was such a dope game, dude. Like,
The choices
I
for
don't know.
PlayStation was like Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank,
I
Infamous.
I did
you
Uncharted.
oh yeah,
Stop,
so many
bro.
good
There's-
choices.
There's not enough game, bro. Ratchet and Clank has a whole like.
Come on, my
It's-
boy.
It's
You
across
can't- you're
3
not gonna be doing-
generations.
Are you for real right now? Are you
Bro,
serious? We're gonna do
Ratchet
this right
and Clank is
now.
across.
We're gonna do this
Bro,
right
it's
now.
It's across 3 generations.
We're gonna do this
bro.
right now. Are you
We-
serious?
Bro,
Dude,
it's across 3 generations.
We had to leave last episode because of all
Come
this
on,
nonsense.
man. Bro, we had people
need to get
leave the
Ratchet and Clank
podcast last
shirts.
week. Bro, hold up. Look, hold up. I will not sit here and like it Uncharted slandered. I will not.
I'm not slandering Uncharted. Bro, you know I'm a Naughty Dog fan. Like,
All right.
everybody knows
Yeah,
this.
it's
But
so
Ratchet
good.
and Clank, that is life, bro.
I just sense a
Ratchet.
little bit of smoke on your end. I just want to make sure you know what I'm saying.
ain't
Everything's
no
all
smoke,
good,
bro.
you know
Let
what I'm
it
saying?
sizzle out because we chilling.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what game franchise is indeed chilling? Not really. That was a horrible segue. Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package did get announced, right? So me and Taj, we were eyeballing this on Twitter. We were both a little bit interested. Are we gonna get it?
Getting that Twitter beef about it though. This dude was trying
No.
to beef with me about why am I just now buying it? Why are you just not wanting to play it? This is a terrible package. They're just
That's just gatekeeping. I saw
Wait,
that.
I'm like,
what?
bro,
Why is it
okay.
terrible? Why is
Yeah,
it
what's
bad?
terrible about it?
What-
This is
what's
just
bad about
protection.
this?
Just selling it again. I'm like, bro, look. I said, let me tell you something, bro.
I've never
I ain't never
experienced
played it. This entire
Yeah.
thing is $50. I'm not buying
That's a
them
great
separately.
deal.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time to
He's
play
like,
Kingdom Hearts
you-
2.1,
you-
2.2,
you
2.3.
You probably played it, bro. You played it, bro. You don't need to buy it. I didn't play it, so I can buy it. Why are you trying to buy it now, though? What made you not want to buy it? Because I didn't care before, and I still don't care now. I'm just a little interested.
I'm a
Why
little
does he
interested too.
care?
Like, you know,
That's
it
wild.
made
That's
me mad, like,
Welcome
that-
to the internet, bro.
that's
Welcome
some
to
gatekeeping, bro.
gatekeeping.
That's some
people start
gatekeeping, bro.
smoking. There were smoking inside the chat.
That is some
I was
Like,
like,
I'll tell you that guy. He logged off that night and fell asleep, and he woke up the next day and probably cried, and then went to work, and that's his life. So like,
Did you see
just
that? All
just
those-
know
did
that's
you
what
see
his
the
life
video of that?
is.
That was like I think it was the end of like Friday.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Friday.
I did not see that. All I
Dude,
saw was you
fucking-
kind of interested in it, but you
Yeah, I just
did.
said I was kind of interested.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to
Yeah,
check
he was
it
like, "This
out.
looks
He's like-
interesting." And the guy's like, "Oh, really? Oh, really?
I'm like, what?
Does
Like,
it look interesting?"
Why did you play it before?
I mean,
He's like, "Where were you?"
Start from the first one. I'm like, what? I said, bro. I said, okay, if you want me to give you my full life story. Okay, I'm 20 years old. Okay, which means when this game came out,
Yeah, you're probably young, yeah.
like,
I was a
didn't-
youngin. Yeah.
I
was a
said,
youngin'.
I grew up watching Pixar movies. Oh, I like Star Wars. I mean, I like Toy Story. I like Snow. Frozen. I like all this stuff. So these characters in the game looks cool. Let me try it out. But wait, I don't want to just hop in. Why not play all the beginning ones?
That's what I'm
But hold
saying.
up. They
Yeah,
have
dude.
this
Why don't you
package.
play all
This is perfect
19
for
of them?
No,
See, that's
this
my
is-
only problem with it. Is that Kingdom Hearts makes no sense. Okay, like there literally we were just reading the release dates or like the different releases coming out, and it was like 2.8 dream drop suckle fuck, like it's just like a bunch of random shit.
Bro, if you want to get the story of the Kingdom Hearts, bro, open up the Wikipedia. So you know what I'm saying?
Actually, hold up. I do want to read over what comes in this package, but before we do that, right? In terms of the story, last year when Kingdom Hearts 3 was about to come out, we used to do a podcast on this channel called Cross Circle. RIP Cross Circle. Me and Christian now do Joyclicks Gamescast. Shout out to Cross Circle. But we did a 2-part podcast series on Cross Circle where Christian went over the entire story of Kingdom Hearts leading up until 3. He had
how many people died?
He had like 70 slide PowerPoints. Like he went in incredible depth, bro. It was wild. It was wild. But here's what's in the Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package. You're gonna get Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I believe Final Mix is what they call like the final edition, like
Before we hop into all these
deluxe
games,
edition. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to say that, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I should have said this to this guy, okay? Then my case would have been closed.
Man,
the reason why
this man needs to let out with this anger.
The reason why I didn't want to first hop in is because when I was looking online, people didn't know how to agree on how to play it. Should you play it chronologically? Should you play it the order of release? Should I play this one and then the 2.5 and then the 1 and then you jump to 5 and the remix? And like, it's so confusing. Like people can't even agree on the order to play the games. Like that's
like, dude, it's a game about Goofy. You know, like Goofy and Mickey Mouse are in this game, bro.
Have y'all seen that meme?
No.
He's like,
I'll yuck you up with the.
He's like,
I can't take this game seriously, bro. I can't.
I've seen the way with Donald Duck. He came with
I
the
have.
Mickey,
I have. He did pull up with the gat. He did pull up with the gat. That was dope. That was dope. There's the clip in Kingdom Hearts 3 that I don't even know the context to, but Woody is like talking down this homie so hard. Like it was bro, I was like, yo, Woody came with the gat and was really like, yo, you have no friends, my man. It was wild. But all right. It was wild. It was literally incredible.
He was probably talking to the person playing the game, bro. Like
I
at that point,
no,
you're that deep
it was
in the game.
It was some antagonist in the story. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I know Xehanort. I don't think it was him.
Or Woody.
It was Woody, like completely just talking someone down. Like it was wild. But here's what you'll be getting in the Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package before we move on to the next topic. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days HD remastered cinematics. Yes, I think the top one. So I don't know. So I think when they say cinematics, I believe it's just like an HD movie that you watch. I know Kingdom Hearts 3 had those. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's 3 movies and 7 games, I think.
Gotcha. So Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix as well. You'll get Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Recoded Remastered Cinematics, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. What? Kingdom Hearts.
I'm sorry.
Kingdom Hearts X back cover movie. Kingdom Hearts 3, but does not include the Remind DLC that just came out. So so this is obviously a really, really great way to experience all the Kingdom Hearts in one.
Is that even a real thing?
It honestly makes sense though that they're doing this because like, you know, they just released the Kingdom Hearts the story so far right before they did Kingdom Hearts 3, which is like a package with everything except for Kingdom Hearts 3 that you just listed. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it only makes sense to have one that has literally everything, you know what I mean? Except for RE Mine,
yeah. Which I think is like $30. I think
they should have just thrown that in there. Fuck it, you know.
That's why I thought. I'm like, hey, I mean, like, might as well, you know.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna play this for like if either of you are gonna play this for your channel, you should start with the most recent one and work your way back just to annoy everybody watching it. Like just start with the last game.
I would definitely go in order. The only sure shot I'm gonna play this right now is gonna be in the summer because I need a good like a lot of time. Yeah, I need a lot of time in between. So I might do it in the summer, but you know what?
Yeah.
It might
even
be,
if you
bro.
think you're playing it in order, you're probably not.
Yeah, honestly. But games that I do want to play in order, are definitely Ubisoft games. They had some interesting comments here to say. They had a financials call, I believe, and they unveiled that they are going to be releasing 5 AAA games through now and March 2021 with PS5 support as well, right? So the first 2 games that we know about for sure are going to be Watch Dogs Legion, Gods and Monsters, and Rainbow Six Quarantine. But the other 2 were stated by Jason Schreier to be Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, which is obvious.
Ooh, I was just saying, I was about to say,
excited.
I hope we get
Far Cry and Assassin's Creed are the best Ubisoft.
Yeah,
bro. I honestly am psyched about just about everything you listed. Like Watch Dogs Legion looks dope. I like the previous Watch Dogs games.
So do I.
The Rainbow Six Quarantine looks sick.
that Gods game does not look cool though.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm not super excited about.
I'm so down for it. It's made by the
What part of that are you down for?
So it mainly because it's made by the developers behind Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that specific Ubisoft team.
Okay.
Right? That number 1. But then number 2, I hope that the art style that was shown off in that little trailer that we got is actually going to carry over to the full game. I would like that. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a really, really cool aesthetic. I think it could be really cool, And it's nice that we are getting like a new IP from Ubisoft, because the last new IP I feel like was like Watch Dogs, right?
I was about to say, just the fact that it's on this list with all these exciting IPs is
it's
like,
dope. And they're and they're putting it up to that pedestal. Like, dude, I'm hype. But I'm also a bitch Watch Dog. Did I say bitch? Did I say bitch?
Kevin, I'm also a bitch for Watch Dog.
What the fuck? Kevin, you alright? I said I also enjoy. Bro, I'm wildin'. I also enjoy Watch Dogs as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bought Rainbow Six Siege. It's just that
What's an Ubisoft game that we need another one.
What's up?
Stop.
What's up?
Bro, the South Park games, fire, bro.
Oh, they're both great, dude.
A lot of
I loved
people
both
did
of
like
those games.
those. Yeah,
Amazing, bro.
a lot of
South
people
Park
did
was
like those.
Oh, bro. Hold on.
Yeah.
I literally
They're funny as hell.
Yeah.
Fire, bro.
I know
Dude,
a
it
lot
really
of people
is.
like them. Yeah. Hopefully.
The first one was good too. Stick of Truth. Did you play Stick of Truth, Tajae?
Yeah, on PS3. I didn't play it on PS4. I have it on PS4, but I played it on PS3.
Yeah, it's probably the same experience pretty
I would
much
have
on
to say
both.
that the gameplay's more fun than Stick or Truth, because Stick or Truth,
True.
it was more of like a just press X timing. This
Yeah,
added a little bit more variety, but they're both amazing and they're both hilarious, and they both are actually pretty challenging. I would say they're challenging.
Interesting.
Totally.
Interesting. Oh, what am I yelling?
Was the biggest, like, weirdest trickery of a twist was like I've ever seen. But,
Interesting.
Really liked it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But also, they did say something interesting about PS5 that I like to bring to everyone's attention here. So they said that, they said specifically that almost all of the PS4 games will run in PS5, right? So the actual quote here was that, he was answering during the financial call. The head of the publishing division was asked a question about next-gen systems and backwards compatibility with next-gen. And he said, quote, "Those consoles will be running almost all the back catalog of previous consoles. It will be something new in the industry. It will help the old generations to continue to be big consoles. It will help the old generations to continue to be big consoles on the market for years to come." So I just thought that was kind of
interesting. He said all of the previous generations of consoles, not just PS4. In that quote that you just read. Am I correct?
Those consoles will be running almost all the back catalog of the previous consoles. You're right. This is plural.
So
I think he's talking about Xbox One and stuff like that.
That's what I figured he was talking about. The PS4, PS4 Pro.
He's not just talking about PlayStation.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because if that's the case, we're talking PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. I mean, that could be serious business if that's the case.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just figured that was pretty, interesting toss in there.
Also, I don't think Sony would let the Ubisoft guy be the person to announce that shit.
Yeah, good point.
That's true. That's true.
Before you go on to the next topic, let's settle this really quick.
Okay.
Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft, correct? It's not Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft.
We do need to settle this.
Thank you. It's Ubisoft.
Am I the idiot?
It's French, okay?
I said Ubisoft.
I think it
It's
is.
German, right? It's not
German?
French. I thought it was German.
Wait,
Don't they
I
have-
do
don't
know.
they have
I know
some
it's a
studios?
foreign company for sure.
I thought it was.
I thought
They
they were
really
in
have studios
Sweden.
all over the place. They have some
thought they were in
France as well.
Switzerland
I
or
swear
Sweden
they
or
have it.
something.
I swear.
Sorry,
they have
guys, we're
studios.
American.
They definitely have a
Um,
French studio. You're right. No, they we do.
There's
have a
Ubisoft
French studio.
Montreal.
There
right?
is. Yeah,
I
there's
say
Montreal.
Ubisoft, but I know that's not right.
Ubi.
They
It
are
is-
French. You're right.
Wait,
Yeah. I was the same, bro. I know my Ubisoft. I'm a fanboy. of
do
Ubisoft.
I say
Yeah,
I be trashing
Ubisoft or
everything Ubisoft do?
Yeah,
I'm-
because Yves Guillemot or whatever is like the dude's name. It's like so French.
Wait,
I
hold up.
know that it's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
Oh
don't
no,
know
I was
if
just
you-
gonna say I think I'm saying it wrong because I say Ubisoft, but I don't mean to. Like I know in my head that it's Ubisoft, but like I think like Ubisoft, you know, like
Right.
Yo,
like Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
That's what I think about, you know, like I don't know.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
It's like,
Like
Right.
damn, why
like,
are
it
you
might
being
be
so
like,
harsh, bro?
Ubisoft has a lot of like microtransactions. Like, bro, the thing is, just play the game. You don't just ignore all the microtransactions being blasted in your face. Don't pay for it. Just play.
yeah,
There
yeah,
is-
that's how I
know
feel.
It takes time, but just
Hold on.
play. I like
Now,
the game.
How do we get on the
I-
microtransactions? What are we talking about?
I am
Because
mostly.
Ubisoft is like flooded with like microtransactions. Like literally, like in
Oh,
story-based
okay.
games, like they'll make it super hard to level up, so you can buy stuff to help you level
Yeah.
up. I just play the game. Like, no, I'm playing the game.
Right.
I like the game, so I have no problem with grinding it out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Right.
For
right,
sure.
Right. I feel that. I feel that. But I assume we're all looking forward to grinding our games out on PS5. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like the coronavirus might
Yeah.
affect next gen. So I saw this from a few different places. I think the first time I saw this, it was from Benji Sales, a popular user that I follow on Twitter that tweets a lot of sales figures. I like him a lot for that. He was saying some stuff like that as well. But essentially what's been going on is that like there's been a lot of different manufacturing plants that have been kind of on hold. I know ones that make the Nintendo Switch have been kind of like slowing down, and like they've been kind of, you know, not being able to go to work and actually
They shut some
run
factories down.
yeah, they've definitely
Yeah.
shut them down in fear of the coronavirus. And I guess the main point here is that, you know, we are getting close to when Sony and Microsoft are going to have to put the next gen systems on to mass production to
I just
be
wanna
ready
say,
for November.
The
you know?
thing is, if this actually happens, do you know like this could really f plans up? heavy.
Absolutely.
Really could.
Now, and also just to joke around for a second, imagine you buy your PlayStation 5 and it gives you the coronavirus.
That would be some bullshit,
Imagine
dude.
that, bro.
I would probably still buy it.
At least you die happy with your PS5.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
would-
And your
I would-
lawsuit settlement from PlayStation that's like worth $1 billion. Like,
I would
That's true,
I
bro.
would I would probably still buy it. But nonetheless, you know,
Right.
Guys,
you know,
can I
yeah.
put the mask on, yo.
Yo, I will wear a hazmat suit to play my PS5 day one. I swear
I'd
on my
purposely buy the ones with coronavirus. That way,
Just
it's
to
like
get that
you know, it's
bag.
rare. You know,
life. I
Bad,
feel
bro.
that.
Imagine a lawsuit. Everybody who'll be affected, bro, they'll be paying out some.
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
got your PlayStation in one of those boxes with the rubber gloves on the box, and you like reach through to.
LMAO.
No, you know how like the display PlayStations how it's like glassed off. You can, like,
Yeah.
Oh man. But
hey,
yeah.
it'll be all digital, so it don't matter. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
That's not true. I just made that up. It won't be all digital, guys. Don't get mad at me.
overall, like I don't foresee it actually affecting next gen. That could be me just being a little bit naive and a little bit optimistic, as I don't want it to affect next gen. And obviously, not because I care about next gen, but also I care about humanity. I would like it to not spread, if I may. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
also something that I'm interested in, you know, standing for. But I just don't think it. You know, I just don't think it'll reach to that extent. But there
all these-
are some things.
I
you
think
know.
we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure. this
Yeah,
is-
same. I agree.
Yeah, Nintendo
Plus,
actually came
they're
out
not even
today.
being manufactured right now, anyways. So
Yeah, Nintendo actually came out today and said that even with all the news saying that their factories were getting shut down, that there wouldn't be a halt in any Switch production.
I see.
They literally said that today. So
That's nice.
Um,
That's nice.
yeah,
Thank you
so I
for-
think it's fine. I think people are just like really worried about it because there's so much manufacturing done in China, you know,
Right.
like for all this, you know, technical hardware and stuff. But they'll
I
figure
wanna
it
ask you a
out.
question. Okay, so let's say you guys get the launch PS5,
Right.
which of course we all are.
I am.
Yeah.
And
I am
then,
at
let's
least
say there's
on
not an upgraded version of the PS5 later on. Would you mind having the inferior PS5 parts for the entire generation? Or would
I
you
mean, I've
upgrade?
been living with the inferior Xbox parts since like day one.
Yeah, I have an OG Xbox and PlayStation.
You mean
and
like
I don't plan on upgrading.
Whoa.
wait,
Please.
so like you mean like
Like
if
you know how like over time they just make it more like power efficient. Or they,
PS4
like,
Pro
change out
and
parts
stuff.
that, like
Is-
instead of it being a new like model, like as in like new parts, like let's say, okay, let me slow this down, restart, run it back. So let's say there's a Pro, right? That's the upgraded beefier version. Instead
PS5
of having
Pro,
like the
right?
beefier version,
Okay.
it's just the more efficient version. Like it's less power consumption.
Oh, like the Slim or whatever,
Yeah,
like
or
shit
let's
like
say
that.
the fan is quieter, like little different changes like that. So like let's say you have your slim. I mean, let's say you have your base PS4, the glossy version, and then there's also the better version that has the matte finish all the way around. Like it's the
Yeah, but it
same
doesn't
exact
have the
model.
backwards compatibility though. So, you know what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying like PS4. Like there's like the.
Oh,
there's,
I
like,
thought we were talking PS3.
And like they have the regular PS4 is glossy, and they have the another one that's regular, but it's all matte.
I know what you're
But there's-
talking about. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I'm saying, would you care that you have the inferior PS5, like
Nah.
the less
No.
efficient parts? You wouldn't care.
It's
No,
got to
I
have
wouldn't.
something really worth paying another, $400 for.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what
I-
I'd like now
I mean-
that I heard you break it down like that, Tajae.
Right.
It would be so cool if PS5 had like an interchangeable GPU or something. So instead of doing like a PS5 Pro or something, you could just buy an updated or an upgraded part and like interchange your old
They
part.
just sell the parts,
You know?
and you just throw them in.
Yeah. So maybe instead of buying a whole new console, you could just upgrade your old console for a fraction of the price or something.
And then
You
now,
know?
instead of having the next generation console, you're just having the next gen parts.
Yeah.
Yep. They did that on the N64. Like you could buy a RAM
Yeah,
expansion pack.
Was
Yeah,
that
like
the
RAM
red
pack
thing?
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. I mean, okay, so from my standpoint, look, I bought a Pro because I saw God of War running in 4K, and I did not want to miss out on that, right? So that's why I
Yeah.
bought a
God of War
PS4 Pro.
4K is better than 60 frames. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, bro.
No, that's a cap.
It's not cap, bro. God of War
That's a
4K,
cap.
You can't go back. You can't. Play
You
this.
can't go back when you play at 60.
No, God of War in 4K is better than God of War in 60. I'm
No.
sorry,
No.
bro.
Bro, it looked good on my normal PS4 to be honest with you.
No,
Like,
God of War 4K HDR, you would never switch to 60 frames. Unless
No,
you-
hold on, pause. Hold on.
So
It does-
we're having
wait,
the
wait,
frame
hold on.
rate resolution battle
We-
now.
we are
it's-
right now.
we're about
Let
to
me-
have that. With certain
let me-
games, you choose resolution. With certain games, you choose frames.
Let me
With
just say
God
my
of War, you're choosing
I'm
the
with Tajae
resolution.
on this.
Let me
Shooters
hold up.
frames.
Hold up. Here we go. Right. Competitive multiplayer, twitchy shooters, anything twitchy, any combat that is high, fast paced, I want frames. However, I do also agree with that testament that if we're playing a single player game, yes, I prefer resolution over frame rate. That is right. However, in God of War's case, specifically for the combat at hand in God of War 2018, right? I preferred 60 frames over 4K because of how the game looked and ran at 30. I did not like it compared to 60. And 60 frames looked just as, if not in the realm of also still gorgeous.
Bro,
like, God of War is still a
60
great
frames,
game.
though, it has like this film grain over it, bro. You
You
play
can
in
turn it
4K,
off.
The film grain is gone.
You can turn it off.
But you see, I guess
You know what I'm
got
saying?
me,
Yeah,
'cause I
yeah,
didn't
you
know
can turn it
off. But on
Yeah, you can
60
turn it
frames,
off.
bro, that film grain, bro, it's heavy, bro. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could turn it off though, so I guess I
feel
gotta
that.
run that back.
I feel
I
that.
feel like there's like some PC
I
users
thought
listening
I
to
was
this and they just
sorry
want to
you
like
did that.
reach through and
But-
like break our necks.
But no,
they're
but-
like, yo,
but-
bro,
Call the peasants arguing
but-
over
60
resolution
frames.
FPS.
They're like, what's that?
But you are right, though. God of War 4K was phenomenal. I played my first playthrough in 4K. Then, when I was going back and doing other stuff, I just tried performance mode just to try it, and I cannot go back. I cannot. I just
I'm gonna
cannot.
be honest. I was a resolution guy over performance 100, 1000%. When I started streaming, because you'd rather have it look better for your viewer, so 60 frames, I can't go back either. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah,
I
I
still
feel
be
that.
trying to say I'm a resolution guy because I hate to say it, but like, I think y'all converted me low key.
It's
I
not
mean-
gonna matter in this next generation though.
I hate
We're
to
gonna have
admit it.
best of both worlds. I guarantee
I
it.
hope.
Like,
I hope so, man. I hope.
Or you could be a peasant black. You could have 144 frames. Yeah,
Right.
it's 60. Why are you playing 4K 60? Because they say that.
If I ever fall
That's
into
how
the
it goes.
PC master race, I need you to order 66 me. Anyway, uh, Anthem is a game that happened. Did
Talking about the
anyone play
overhaul
Anthem?
upgrade.
Yeah.
I didn't. I played the beta for a little bit.
Okay. I was in the
I wanted
out.
to try it because I like Destiny, but then I heard it was doggy food, so I didn't do it.
I was in the alpha and the beta, and I played through the full game. Here's what I'll say about Anthem before we get into this whole thing, right? I was a big, and I still am, honestly, a big defender of two things about Anthem. One, the flying and how that felt, as well as the combats using the different suits. I thought both of those things were phenomenal and felt really, really fun, really refined, really fun to use your suit's ability to be able to help you in combat. Overall, I thought it was really fun gameplay, like at its core, but everything else was garbage. Right, literally everything
So
else
like
was
the
garbage.
looting, the shooting, or like not the shooting, but like the looting, like just the mechanics behind the game itself is garbage.
There wasn't
The
even like
story.
a true loot system. I know that sounds really, really dumb, but it
Was
wasn't
there
even a
raids?
true loot. It was so.
Was there any incentive
odd.
to do anything?
No.
Oh yeah.
So was the game just really short, or was just the actual combat good enough to keep you playing through the whole game?
So I mean, I just wanted to go through because the story, because I thought the world was pretty interesting that they were trying to build, but it just
Mhm.
ended up not being as cool as I
I can
thought
see
it was
myself
gonna
flying
be.
around. I ain't
you
gonna
know?
lie, that looks sick.
Yeah, the like flying was really, really fun, and like the overall like mechanics of Anthem, I think there's a lot of really, really good stuff there. It's just everything else surrounding it just wasn't. The final boss was a huge letdown, like a ton of different stuff about the game. You know what I'm saying? But I will defend its gameplay and its flying mechanics. But what got a lot of people talking this weekend was that there was a popular, I believe it was a Reddit thread that it was a tweet that got viral this weekend over someone that posted a picture of the Anthem, like I guess not like I guess like the like shared part of the game, like the tower in Destiny. It's social hub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a screenshot of that put out by a Twitter user, and it was showing that it still had Christmas decorations up in February. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
Like
Anthem?
Yeah.
Forgotten.
That means they were not
exactly.
No one's in the office over there.
Yeah. So that's what got
They
a
saw
lot
that
of
shit
people
on
like,
Twitter and they're like, "Fuck, dude, we need to get back over there. Someone's gonna notice."
Yeah.
So what was interesting too is
ridiculous.
that it was like back in November, Jason Schreier of Kotaku put out this long expose about Anthem is currently being overhauled and being revamped, and they're gonna do like an Anthem like
Yeah.
2.0 release. You know what I'm saying? So that was reported all the way back in November and never got any sort of confirmation until this week.
You know
right.
what's crazy about Anthem though? You know how much money they put into marketing for that game?
Oh,
Bro,
a
that game was
lot.
marketed, bro. I like when it was about to come out, bro. I was in New York, bro, Times Square. I kid you not, bro, all over the place. Like that game was all over the place, and I thought it was gonna be hype. Like I'm in Times Square, I'm like, bro, this stuff look lit. It's looking cool. Game came out, doo doo, trash.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
They should have put
It's
that money
sad.
into development. Shit.
Yeah, it is
yeah, it's
sad.
real
It's
rich.
sad.
I could see them putting it like I could see them doing that. I could see it.
But they did have a little two quotes here. I'll read until I stop talking. But this is from the general manager, Casey Hudson. He says here, quote, Anthem will require a more substantial reinvention than an update or expansion. Over the coming months, we will be focusing on the long-term redesign of the experience, specifically working to reinvent the core gameplay loop with clear goals, motivating challenges, and progression with meaningful rewards, while preserving the fun flying and fighting in a vast science fantasy setting. To do that properly, we'll be doing something we'd like to have done more of the first time around, giving a focused team the time to test and iterate. This is a horrible written quote. Focusing on gameplay first. So that's essentially what they said in terms of going back to the drawing board with Anthem and trying to make it something. So would you guys be interested in giving Anthem a second try? If they show the right things off with this reinvention, like, are you guys
Oh hell yeah! If it's fun, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't. I need
Nah.
y'all trying to hop in with me. Yeah.
I will 100%. I will
If y'all want
100%.
to hop in, let's do it. That's 4-man squad. I'm down.
I'm down.
Nobody hopping in with me. Keep it away from me.
100%. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I don't know if it's good, if it's like a BioWare standard, because I love BioWare, Mass Effect, KOTOR, all that stuff. It's my jam. If it lives up to the standard of past BioWare games after this update, then I'll try it. Same with that Fallout 76 update they're doing. That's going to add like NPCs and stuff. I'm okay with that. I'm ready to see if it's any good. I'll definitely start playing if it's decent.
But wouldn't it play the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, my problem with it, it's like it's gonna be the same game. They're just gonna turn it into an actual game, though. Like they were like,
that's
there's gonna be clear goals. There's gonna be missions. There's gonna be.
But that's what Kevin was kind of trying to say a minute ago. Is like, there's the only part that they confirm keeping is like
the gameplay
good part. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
flying in the combat, which I'm like, wow, I'm shocked that I said that. And I didn't even read the quote before I even started this podcast, to be honest. So it was cool how they're like, we're going to keep what everyone liked, which seemed to be the combat and the flying. And we're going to essentially redo everything else,
Yeah.
Which
build a world around it.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if, like, this game gets, like, the similar treatment that, like, No Man's Sky Next did. You know what I'm saying? Where that one had, like, its second revival and second life. And, like, a lot of people found a lot of fun in that game.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Game actually got revived. I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah. Like, and that game was clown to oblivion, just like Anthem. So maybe they've
updated it since they made it okay. Like they made it okay. Like everybody was like, all right, this isn't such a bad game anymore. And then they updated it again, and it's like, okay, this is actually a pretty good game now.
Yeah.
The thing is, all I have to say about that, like, did they know they were lying to us? Like,
absolutely.
Wait, with like
you
Hello Games and No Man's Sky?
Was like, they said, bro. I remember hearing the things he was saying. It was like, bro, this has to be complete.
Hello Games and No Man's Sky?
Like, bro, this is too good.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fake. It came out.
He even came out afterwards and was like, "Yo, I'm sorry." He's like, he's like, I overhyped my shit, bro.
He dipped out, bro. This dude literally came off the face of the earth. Nobody knew where he went.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Then he came back with gold though. But my problem is. And I was talking to Brent about this. This is a slippery slope. Like with Anthem and shit, they just need to take the L and move on. Like, like nobody's there anymore. It took a dude on Twitter posting a picture. It's February. You're telling me nobody else noticed but this dude on Twitter that they still had Christmas lights on? It's like at this point, just take that money and put it somewhere else. Like make something else.
Made any like good profit at all? Like really?
No, actually, it did. It actually sold a lot up front. It was in the top 10 best-selling games of 2019 for a very, very long time of 2019.
Because people were pre-ordering it. And stuff,
I
mean, it looked very promising, bro.
Yeah, they definitely made a handsome amount in the first like 2 weeks, but obviously after that, no one.
So take the money and leave. But what I'm saying is the PS5 is right here. What are they going to do to this game by the time the PS5 comes out that people are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to keep playing this on my PS5. Like, why would you want to keep playing this game on your PS5?
I just want Mass Effect 4. That's all I care about.
I mean, I don't even feel like we'll see the Anthem like reinvention, like the Anthem 2.0 until post PS5 actually.
Exactly. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, I forgot that game existed, and like it's gonna look
like a relaunch kind of.
But then maybe they relaunch it on PS5. You know what I'm saying?
If they did it that way, like they update the graphics or something
like
Bro,
that.
honestly,
Yeah.
Like think of like Destiny with the Taken King. That was like a relaunch.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Same with Destiny 2 and I keep forgetting the expansion that just came out.
The Forsaken thing.
No. It is called Forsaken. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Forsaken.
Man, I wish I saw. Bro, I used to have like a super tight Destiny click back in the day.
So did I, man.
Man,
I miss Destiny 2 a lot. Destiny 2 is a game that I miss.
D1 had the best soundtrack of all time.
Facts. Another game that definitely me and Jamal are definitely anticipating. Fellow other PlayStation podcast, Sacred Symbols, ran by one Colin Moriarty, ex-IGN employee,
X kind of funny.
X kind of funny as well. co-founder of Kind of Funny, and was a big part of the, of course, IGN's PlayStation podcast Beyond. Arguably, Beyond. Thank you, Jamal. I appreciate that. I really did. But they were definitely at the heyday. Of course, Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty definitely were. I feel like at Podcast Beyond's golden age, it's still kicking. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it time to time, but I definitely still listen to Colin and Greg just on their separate stuff. But Colin, Sacred Symbols is his PlayStation podcast, and he's teaming up with Chris Reagan, and this publisher and developer. Let me double check and make sure I read this right.
About IGN,
what?
I actually watch behind the scenes of how they do a lot of stuff. It's a very small team, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I thought it'd be way bigger than that. IGN is not that large of a team that does their main stuff every single day. So whenever people are talking trash on IGN, they're talking pretty direct. I feel like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah, man.
I feel that.
But they basically have them all doing everything.
Yeah. But they partnered up with Lily Mo Games, which is acting as both publisher and developer for a game called Twin Breaker: A Sacred Symbols Adventure. So this is a game that is going to be heavily inspired by the podcast in some shape, form, or fashion. It is a direct collaboration with Colin's Last Stand, Colin's company, as well as he wrote the game as well. He wrote the game, designed the trophies and stuff like that, and it's coming out on March 24th. It will be $10, and it's a cross-buy game, which if you buy it on PS4, you'll get it on Vita. If you buy it on Vita, you'll get it on PS4, vice versa. I will be playing it on PS Vita because I feel like that's just the console that you're going to want to play this game on.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's a Colin thing.
110%. I will be respecting this game, and I know that this game has a PS4 version. I understand that, but I don't think that Colin would really appreciate it if you played it on Vita. You know what I'm saying? As I would as well.
For sure.
So I'll definitely be playing it on Vita at a very nice price, $10, March 24th. It's a brick breaker game. If you guys are familiar with that genre, obviously brick breaker, very, very famous game. It's a twin brick breaker. Obviously, the name of the game, Twin Breaker. So I think you're going to be controlling each paddle with each side
each stick
analog stick. Yeah. So it's going to be something like that. It does have a storyline, $10. They're also doing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I want to play it is just to see what the story is.
Same.
Just because I don't really care for brick breaker games, but I mean, I'm super down.
Bro, Peggle's my jam, dog.
A lot of people like Peggle. That's true.
Yeah. Did you see that he's doing?
The games y'all are talking about right now. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. It's all good.
Okay.
I just
he's doing 1,000 physical copies.
I was about to say that. Yeah. So
I'm sorry, bro.
It's all good. No worries. No. It's all good. No worries. Yeah. So 1,000 physical copies as well. I feel like the physical copies, I am gonna keep it now because I would like to have one because this is definitely if you're fans of Sacred Symbols, right? This is a very, very cool thing, So I feel like I'm going to really, really try and get a physical. I don't care if it's PS4 or Vita. I would like a physical Vita copy, but I'm going to definitely try.
That's one for an unboxing, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
That's straight up an unboxing video.
Actually, no. I feel like I would buy the game digitally, and I think I would keep the wrapping on the Vita version. Yeah. I'm going to want to keep that nice. You know what I'm saying? But Taj,
unless he's got a little booklet.
Actually, this would probably throw off everything, so I'm not going to bring it up.
Right. Well, nonetheless, want to bring it up. I'm a big fan of Colin Moriarty's work. Definitely like him. Definitely like the podcast. Shout out to Chris Reagan as well. So definitely I'll be looking forward to this.
Are you a fan? Okay, now I know she's not really has her own pod. Well, she actually just started her own podcast with Troy Baker and two other guys. I can't remember their names.
Troy Baker has his own podcast.
I was about to say, I got to hear that beautiful voice of her.
With Alana Pierce. It has
Alana Pierce. No way.
Oh, Alana Pierce?
Troy Baker is the voice actor. They have a game director inside that, as well as I think a game designer. It's 4 different
levels
to the industry.
Look, right, which is a nice one.
At the end of every month, and it's a great.
Wait, that sounds great. I know they did that.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I don't know if you guys like Alana Pierce, but her content is.
I like her a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. She's funny.
I'm a fan.
Cool.
She's great. Big fan. Big fan.
So do y'all
All that
still,
Australian
question,
accent, bro. It's next level.
It is.
Yeah. Do y'all like look at like Funhouse and IGN? Do you like look at these other gaming outlets, or do y'all not watch any stuff?
So
I mainly stick
go
to
ahead.
IGN and
Yeah.
Kind of Funny and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
Am I kind of bad for liking IGN? Like I think people.
No.
I like IGN.
I like IGN a lot. I like
IGN's
IGN a
fire
lot.
out, low-key.
For
But-
me, yeah. So how I break it down, right? How I get my gaming news and commentary, right? If I'm looking for like an official, like, so anything article based that's PlayStation, I usually go with Push Square. I like their work a lot. If I'm going to gaming as a whole, IGN is definitely where I go. I've always gone to IGN. I like IGN a lot. I will go out of the way and pivot from IGN to specifically Jason Schreier from Kotaku.
Yeah, of
I
course.
trust him a lot. So those are kind of like
GameSpot a lot.
GameSpot. I don't
Do you
frequent
ever-
that much.
Do you
Yeah.
report on, like, do you like? I'm not saying just trust it, but do you like to report on reset era stuff, like just random stuff that you find? Do you ever just find this?
Sometimes I scroll through it. It's not often, but sometimes I'll just peruse reset
It's
era.
too iffy over there.
It is.
It's too iffy on whether it's true or not.
Absolutely,
You know, like
absolutely, yeah.
So many BS stories come out
Yeah.
of that stuff, bro.
Dude, you know who's got some BS stories is Kotaku, man. I
Sometimes,
hate to
yeah.
say it.
I'm not gonna lie, they do.
Sometimes, yeah, definitely.
But
But
There's such a big
Schreier is
outlet,
what
too,
makes them
like-
so like
Jason Schreier is like the only person I follow on Kotaku.
it,
Yeah.
it makes you trust Kotaku just because he's associated with it.
Right. Right.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think
then
it's just they're very opinionated. That's their
true.
problem. Is like
This is my
every
only
article is an opinion.
Game devs, like, I know they see this shit because the reason why I know they see it, especially now, is because like Corey Barlog is always joking on it now. Like when they see this stuff, what do they like? Why don't they just tell us it's fake? They just like look at us and laugh. Like it's just like, you know what I mean? Like
I feel
Yeah,
that, I feel
I
that. I feel
I
that.
don't know.
But
The only person who comes out and really says jokes about himself is Corey. Only
that's
person.
true. That's true.
Everybody
But
else just let them over.
yeah, but other than those, of course, Kind of Funny, big Kind of Funny fan. You know what I'm saying?
That's with Greg Miller, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Greg Miller. So Kind of Funny as well is like one of, if not, I'm just a huge Kind of Funny. I'm a Kind of Funny best friend. That is what it is, right?
Same, bro.
So that
Yeah, Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller are the reason I do podcasts.
100%,
like, straight up.
100%.
Like,
The
back
reason why I'm in this chair
2010,
is
bro.
yeah, 100%. Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
They
I
influenced.
I
Dude, I
got
fucking
I
cried
got
when
into
they left IGN, bro.
dude. I
Like,
got
when they
into-
left
Greg Miller.
Beyond.
Yeah. No, I
Oh,
got
dude, back in the day.
yeah. That was a crazy day. Yeah,
Cried, like real tears.
Like real tears, dude, because they become your like friends. You listen to them every week, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
the
like-
in the
thing.
mix.
Yeah.
Bro, I want
Yeah.
to get attached, bro. Give me somebody I can get attached to, like a group of people.
You gotta start at the beginning.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But you go back to Podcast Beyond, dude. Start there. Like even though it's like at a space and time, they keep it interesting. Like even if it's like a topic based, you know, or like over like weekly news, they're still talking about shit that you can relate to, and like they tell you about their life at home and stuff like that. And then
And
you know,
it's
so you
just
get
all,
caught
like,
up in it.
In the industry, they all have like interesting ass stories to tell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So then I'm trying to think. Other than Kind of Funny, of course, Colin Last Stand with, of course, Sacred Symbols. I was in that as well as Sacred Symbol Plus. I'm a Patreon supporter of them as well.
Nice, bro.
What? Who else? Weapon Wheel Podcast. Shout out to them. I know
Oh,
that's
yeah,
yeah. I love Weapon Wheel Podcast. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely like low tier, but I do like their commentary on a lot of stuff overall.
but it's pretty. They're doing. I think it's doing pretty well for itself. A lot of people tune into it.
I love Weapon Wheel. That
Every weekend, about 1,000 people tune into it,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
concurrently. We don't know how
Yeah.
many people actually tap into it.
absolutely. And then other
I've heard
than
those Save Slot podcast guys.
oh
are
yeah,
pretty
of
good.
course. You know, we out here killing
When
it.
Weapon Wheel first started, was it as good off as it was now, or was it better? Like, did it start off great? Like, or did it build up?
It was definitely a different era because I like to call there's two eras of Weapon Wheel podcast. There's
All right.
when Hard 8 was on Weapon Wheel and when he wasn't.
Right.
And those are two very different podcasts.
Which one was the best?
The
OG
version with
and-
Hard 8 was just wild. Like the most absurd things will go down in that podcast. But post Hard 8, I feel like it's definitely more of like more
Professional-ish, kind of laid back?
professional-ish. It's not obviously
Yeah.
professional, but like professional-ish, like more focused on the games, more focused on the commentary behind the game, stuff like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying it used to be more personal back.
It used to be just wild sometimes, not always, but sometimes it would just get like wild. You know, that's like all I can describe it.
All over, like, people really tuned into it, talking about it like something very like.
There would just like a lot of drama that would happen every week with Web Wheel Podcast. Like someone
funny, right?
would always get, oh yeah, no, it was hilarious, but oh yeah, no, it's definitely hilarious, but like,
bro, I feel like I missed out on so much.
Oh my
bro.
god, dude, there were so many incredible things, but
it's all right. We'll start it here. We're gonna get real dramatic up in here.
Do we want to start
soon.
drama?
No, yeah, we need to start. We need to start starting drama with other podcasts and stuff.
Down.
I feel like that's how you blow up.
Did they have drama with other podcasts?
Is that what they were doing?
Bro, you can look up Weapon Wheel on YouTube, and there's like old clips. That
oh my god, there's so many iconic moments.
But
dude, I mean, that's what we need to be like the like the WWE of like podcasts. We just need to start calling people out, like
challenge other podcasts to a cage match. Dude.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you know of a podcast, or you are part of a podcast that you know for sure is less entertaining than Save Slot, let me know.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll cage match them.
Let them know. Tag us in their thing.
Tag us in.
So
absolutely. Tag us in.
We'll come in and be like, yeah, you're right. This podcast does suck compared to ours. You know.
Just imagine, bro. Imagine.
We go to jail, like we should start getting in fights and shit.
I just remember there's some stuff that people were like going crazy with this weapon and stuff, like so much drama. Like I've some people have told me about some old stories, and I just heard it. And I just couldn't.
It used to be crazy, but a lot of people also are saying what's crazy this week was these Resident Evil 8 leaks. Now, I know Brent is a fan of Resident Evil, and I just want to read. And I am too. I won't say I'm a fan, but I am liking RE2 remake, as I said before.
You can't use the word fan yet.
I didn't say fan. I didn't say fan. I said I can't call myself a fan.
If you're watching this far, leave a comment right now.
Did I? Okay, my bad. Let me amend. I said I'm warming up, or at least I meant to say.
Reiterate.
Excuse me. Yeah, I meant to say I'm warming up to Resident Evil, to the series overall. You know what I'm saying? With me playing through RE2. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't mean to put you on blast. I'm just
kidding, bro. No, I mean, hey, it's all good. If I said fan, my bad. I meant like I'm warming up to it.
If I didn't say it, somebody else probably.
Bet it's cool.
Nah, see, right now they're in the talking phase. They're just texting. You know, like soon.
Exactly.
Soon,
like know what, man? Like we me and Resident Evil got like got like a 5-day streak on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? We like
got plans, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But Resident Evil 8 got some interesting leaks, right? One of them was that it's going to use medieval time period as inspiration for its setting and enemy design. Oh. So they say that the zombies will be equipped with armor fit for a knight, like not like Niknight, like a knight in shining armor, and wield swords. While the action itself will be much more intense, akin to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Not a Hero DLC. So there's a lot of other things, but like that was like the main takeaway was that like they're allegedly in RE8.
Very weird.
They are gonna be keeping, I believe, the first person perspective as well.
I like the first person for sure.
But I guess it's gonna be inspired by a medieval thing. So how's
but if you're stuck in like an infected Ren Fair or something,
that's what I was. Yeah, cool. I think that could be cool. Like if that's how they do it, that could be cool. You know, if it takes place like in a fairground and like the outbreak happens at the fairgrounds, that could be cool.
That would be tight.
What?
Season 2. What is that?
Look at the mask, bro.
Hold up, I need. Oh wait, I can't open up Discord on my desktop,
bro.
Because
he's showing that beautiful mask of Ghost, bro.
What were they thinking?
Yikes!
The skull doesn't even look the same. It's like a Grim Reaper looking skull now too.
It's wild. But how do we feel about Resident Evil 8 leaks, Brent? Specifically, I know you had a lot of reaction to that.
I'm excited, man. Honestly, especially if it's in the same kind of vein as like the heavy scare factor they've been going for with like the 2 remake and 7. I like that intensely creepy thing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
On the leaks, I heard it's still going to be first person like in 7.
I hope that that's an indicator that they're working on another VR mode for it, because frankly, Resident Evil 7 was the best VR game I've ever played. Like,
Wow.
and I just can't wait. I hope they do another VR mode for
I
it.
see what
But
you
that
mean.
could just be me wishful thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. Were any of us watching Gamescom opening night live 2019 live, like when it was actually going down, hosted by Jeff Keighley
Yes.
last
yeah,
year?
I saw that.
Now,
I missed
while we were watching live, we did get a really cool thing happen at the same time as that. It was, of course, Sony buying and officially, in like taking in Insomniac Games under its wing, finally, as a first party studio for Sony. Right? It was a great moment. I was like really like I was like, man. Like, the opening live ceremony was cool, but definitely that news took the thunder out of me. Like, I was like, dude, so good to see.
That set Twitter on fire.
That
It
was such
great.
a good day,
The
bro.
way they announced it at the show, like, literally, he just came out, said it.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, and like while we were on break, congrats to Insomniac Games for being acquired by Sony. It was cool. It was a very, very cool thing. Yeah, it was
really
cool. But we never got the numbers as behind how much Sony forked out for Insomniac Games. Of course, Insomniac Games, they of course are critically acclaimed for the Ratchet and Clank series, as well as Resistance. You know what I'm saying? And most recently, Spider-Man PS4, of course. Which critical success, obviously, and critical and commercial success. Sony paid a whopping $229 million for the studio, and it's not only that like. That is what they're going to be paying. That was upfront cash.
Yeah.
That was upfront.
What a boss move.
Which is baller. That's
Can you imagine the
crazy.
Sony exec walking in with like a briefcase full of fucking cash and just popping it open?
The
Like,
fact that they did it cash is ridiculous, though.
Well, when
Yeah,
I say
for real.
cash, not literally cash. I mean, like, it was like they got
They're
that
just saying
up front.
$229 million cash. Like, that's what they're saying. Like, that's
Like,
what they're-
they got it
I think a
instantly.
good portion
Yeah.
of it was actually in cash. I could be
Probably,
wrong,
probably,
but, like,
right. Yeah, probably.
Yo, imagine how badass, bro. They walk in with the PlayStation logo, like suit, like have like a nice fucking mobster suit PlayStation logo.
Just strapped completely in case,
sunglasses
like,
and ear-
I mean, you ain't walking around with $229 million and not being strapped. You
No
know what I'm
doubt,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Wow.
they come in, they got SMGs hanging off their neck. Like,
Yo, crazy.
Fire.
But just figure I disclose that in case, I just think it's really interesting to just get numbers from the industry, and like with big things like this, I think it's cool to get.
Advance. Imagine how much money they're getting just by making the games now too.
Bro, crazy.
Oh,
Crazy.
totally. They're gonna earn their money back quick on that. I think.
But next up here, if we're I hope Taj is following along on the doc and opening up the right link to what we're talking about right now, because I don't feel like I should be saying this news story and what happened today in terms of Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to let the homie Taj go over what was in the tweet that they put out this morning, if you have quick access to it. If not, I can link you real quick. But
I got it right here. I can say this off the top of my head, but
I mean, by all
so I don't
means,
miss anything.
you may proceed.
Pretty much, The Last of Us Part 2 arrives in a few short months. Today, we're taking our first step towards launch by announcing Early Edition Restock, which is something that I 100% gotta hop on. I'm not even going to sleep Wednesday night. You will catch me up, staying up all night so I can try to cop that. That's something that I need. I only have the Collector's Edition. So, yes, if you want the Early Edition Restock, 6 a.m. Pacific time. So, for me, I'm Central. That's 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all are open on Amazon. I think it's GameStop, Best Buy, pretty much all the major retailers. And they might go quick. And bots might be there. So, yeah, be ready. Hands-on at PAX East, which starts, if I remember off the top of my head, February 29th. And it runs through... February 27th. And it runs through March 1st. So, yeah, you're going to have like an hour hands-on with the patrol mission, which is actually the same exact gameplay we saw back in September. That the media saw, not us, but the media played that same exact section. That's pretty much going to be for the public now. If you want to get into that, $98 to get into PAX, and then if you download the PlayStation Experience app, you can apply to get in, and you'll get an hour to play. But I say, if you want to ask me, I say just wait till the whole game comes out. But anyways, going on. You have the new collectible statues and prints. So if you guys already didn't know, there's pretty much they had some concept arts they released that had like pretty kick-ass like I want to say like frames you could put them in. They went for like 200 a pop, stuff like that. I went by it. They look cool. So if you're into collectors like that, definitely get that. And they released another statue. It's pretty much like the one with her with the image of her holding the machete, like her hunched over, blood coming down. It's $100. The quality on it is actually not that bad. Looks pretty good. But again, I've already spent too much money on the game. I'm not gonna get it. And then of course we have the new theme. It's called the I think it's called the dual theme, the dual dynamic theme. And what's cool about this theme, okay, what's sick about this theme, never seen this before. So it's one image, right, which is like her real calm in the woods, you know what I'm saying, playing guitar. And the other image is the one that everybody went crazy over with the Seraphites behind her. She has a machete by the tree. At a certain time in your real life region, wherever you are for you yourself, whatever time, I think it's 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., whichever one, it switches to like the very dark, gruesome fighting like, picture.
I didn't know it did that. That's cool.
Yeah, so like right now,
I
like at a
fuck
certain
with that.
time, it fades off and comes in, and then when it's day, it goes back to like the daytime one. But the
That's
music
nice. That's cool.
that's
But it's
sick.
crazy.
That's cool.
The music fits both of the images though, because like
That's hot.
you got to get the theme. It's fine.
They should do
That's
that with
hot.
more themes. That's a
That
good
That sounds
idea.
great.
It's a
That
great
sounds
idea.
great. That's hot. That's hot. So yeah, of course, link in the description as well.
That's all.
So,
that, yeah.
Pretty cool.
I did that off most of the top of my head. That's crazy.
Pretty.
Yeah, you're gonna
cool
start
stuff.
getting like reports of haunted themes where there's only stays on the dark, like you know.
Oh, imagine, bro.
That's cool. But yeah, I do like the images for the theme. I think they're gorgeous. Like it's,
Yes.
I like them. I can't even pick which one I like more. I love them both. You know, like they're both really excellent. You
I
know what
think
I'm
I like
saying?
more of the guitar subtle one. Just 'cause,
Same,
like,
right?
It makes me.
I low key like
I
the
don't know.
daytime one more. It looks
Yeah.
stunning. You know, so
It gives me more of like like they both give off great feels with the music because like I uploaded the theme on my YouTube channel. Like literally the first, I want to say a minute and a half. It's very like melodic and it's kind of like you don't know if it's like a hope that feel like hopeful or that feel like depressed. It's like both in one. But the very end, like the guitar gets like super like distorted and heavy beating, and it's like this rush of feel. So it goes with both images. Like it's crazy how they made it work. You really feel it in both images. Like it definitely strikes.
See, the
hot.
music is a big deal for me when it comes to PS4 themes because I let it idle on the home screen a lot of the time,
Yeah.
you know. And if the song that's playing on my theme is annoying, I can't do it. Like I have this Until Dawn theme that is so cool, but it plays this like terrifying like horror movie music the whole time, and
Did
it's
you
just
kn-
like I can't just vibe to
Bro,
that
you know
on
what
like a
theme is
normal
amazing?
basis.
The Death Stranding pre-order theme, bro.
wait, did y'all know that you can turn
Really?
the
I
music
need to
off
check
in
this
the
out.
in the themes?
I don't like turning it off. I have to.
I
have it
didn't
on.
know that, but I do like to
Okay.
have some kind of sound, you know. Like I
I
have
feel that.
one that's got a really
You
chill,
ever
like
just have those days which is pretty much every day for me. You turn on the PlayStation, you just don't play anything. You just turn it on. And then
yes,
it
oh
turns
Turn it
yeah.
on.
goes rest mode, and then
Turn
you
it
just
on.
turn it back on, and then it goes rest mode. Like,
You just
That
turn
beat,
it
just
on.
a bloop, beep. It's like
yeah, like I just let it idle a bit, and you just listen to it. I'm gonna
I
actually
feel
turn
you.
this up.
Let that
It's been
engine
idling
rev.
This entire podcast. I kid you not, bro. Like this is idling right now. Like,
yeah.
This
Like,
man
what?
really has his PS4 on. Not wow. You love to see it.
Yeah,
You
no,
love to see
just-
it. The last topic I got here, you know what I'm saying? Just a quick one here, because I know y'all were asking questions during the pre-show. Not pre-show. 'cause we
Oh,
don't do a
before we
pre-show.
hop off of this Last of Us 2, okay, we gotta talk about this.
It's okay. Go ahead.
All right, so we know that obviously public is gonna be able to play it. Now, do you think? Now, this is what I've been thinking because it's not 100. Like, they never said we're getting a trailer. Do you think they'd show up to PAX East in February after they're already confirmed to be at the canceled Taipei game show? Do you think they show up and then not even show a trailer?
No, they're definitely gonna show a trailer.
I think that
It's
like
possible.
because I said in my video that I mean I think there's gonna be a trailer, but
agree.
people saying like it was never like some there were some people who would be like it was never confirmed, but it just wouldn't make sense for them to show up, have a playable demo, and then tell us all about it, and then not showing it.
True, but look at
radio
Cyberpunk at
silent.
E3 when they announced it. You know, they had all the behind the doors showing of it for like the
The media.
outlets
True,
and
but
whatnot. It could be a similar kind of
thing
thing.
about it though is that the last time we saw the game was September, and then if you think about it, we would be having the game in a week from now, anyways. The game is being closed up in development, like and they're saying they're getting ready to start their plans of like marketing the game and like getting things like amped up. You would think they'd show us something. At least soon, like it's at the end of the month, like it's gonna be damn near March. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they'd show something.
I feel
But
like
maybe
we're
they want you to
definitely
go
gonna
in
get something.
blind.
No,
I feel like we're gonna get something that's not just a launch trailer. Like I think we're gonna get something else. You know.
I think we're getting, bro. This is how this should go. Okay, I think this next trailer should definitely feature Yara and Lev in Mystery. Now it might not even. It doesn't
I
have
agree.
to have Mystery Woman at all. But have Yara, bro. I'm telling you, Yara and Lev and Mystery Woman, they're the key asset to this entire story, bro. And also, I'm telling you right now, Ellie, her infection is getting a hold of her. I'm saying that too right here. Those are gonna be the main beats of the story. Yes, there's gonna have the vengeance. That's like the startup, like kind of like Last of Us 1. You know what I'm saying? They're going after Robert. That's like the initiative. You know what I'm saying? But then obviously it's gonna hit that 180. I feel like the Yara 11 Mystery Woman thing is definitely gonna be like the heart of the game, as well as like Ellie's. You know.
So you think Ellie's gonna get like infected over the course of 2?
They even said that like the cordyceps were bro. I need to get on the fucking Road to Part 2 podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I need to
Yeah.
have you on, bro. I swear.
They even said like it's confirmed that the cordyceps are mutated. Like the infected, they're mutated. That's why it's changing. Ellie, the cordyceps are alive within her. They're not dead. It's just dormant. She's immune. Because they already mutated within her as it is. That's why it doesn't hurt her. She's like immune to it. It's still
Maybe we'll see
thriving
like a
within her.
mutated strain of the
It's still
virus
there.
or something.
So it would have to mutate again, and it has something to do with the environment or something like that. And I mean, Ellie definitely lives out in the environment, so like
Oh shit.
you would think that it would change within her as well. That's why I think there's something like going on. But I have a really good, bro. I gotta get on the Part 2. Whatever.
Save that in your pocket. I need you.
I got the bangers, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Here's what I'm gonna
I
do.
got
Here's
this
what-
game
bangers.
dissected, bro. I'm
Here's
telling
what.
y'all, bro.
Listen, at some point in the near
Bro, I'm
future,
telling
right?
y'all, bro.
I'm gonna tell one of the episodes. I'm gonna have you on. I'm gonna call it officially the Taj theory, and I'm just gonna have you just however many
can
notes
go
you
on-
want to bring,
I can go on
however,
forever.
however many facts you want to bring to back
Right.
up your theory.
Bro, I'm
You
telling
will have the floor.
I don't think there's anybody out there on the interwebs who has looked in as far as I've looked into this a retarded amount. Like it's not even healthy how much I should be studying as much as I look at this game.
I feel
like,
that.
I don't know, man. I feel like I definitely got this game figured out. Not exactly like the only thing I don't know is like obviously what initially happened, but I feel like I know the 180s. I feel like I
yeah.
definitely know what's really it's gonna go down. Not like what's gonna go down, but like what.
How it's gonna play out.
Right.
Yes, like
Right.
yeah, I'm telling you.
Right. A game that
This woman is not Anna. Stop believing that BS. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. Now, I mean, considering that we haven't like anything that seems too on the nose about Part 2 at this point, I'm like a little bit cautious about. To end the conversation on like in terms of like the Anna thing, right? Like even though her name is 4 letters, they were blacked out, and the only
That's
reason
what they want us to think.
yeah, I know what they want us to think, and like the whole game is about revenge narrative. It's not going to be that simple. It's never
I'm
going to be
real
that
with you,
simple.
bro. About 75% of this fan base think it's about I'll be real with you, bro. A lot of people gonna be disappointed because a lot of people think this is just some cutesy love story. This story, I'm sorry, but your Dina and Ellie content, you're gonna get it, but don't think this entire game is gonna be kissy Dina, bro. This game is gonna have some, bro. It's not a love story. A lot of people think it's a love story. This game is not a love story. It's not.
No, I mean we've even had Druckmann say that like this game is about hate.
But a lot of fans of this game, because I guess like I understand it. The representation is great. It's amazing. I understand it. I like it too. I appreciated it too. I appreciate it too because other people feel represented for. I like that because I like to be represented for it too. So it's like it's cool that they're getting it. But I feel like some people are so like infatuated with the relationship more than the game. Like they're and that's what makes, I think that's where people get this like bad conception of this game is like some SJW agenda. Well, it probably does have an agenda, but like that's not the main, like it obviously has an agenda, but it's not the main focus of the game. Like that's not Ellie's relationship is not what this game is about. This game is about Ellie.
Right.
But some people don't understand that. People either like it too much because they don't understand it, or they hate it too much because they don't understand it. But really, people just need to understand and just get ready for a great banging story, regardless of whatever. Like, I don't know.
Right. And just to end the little cap on this, just to make sure that there is nothing at all from what he just said that gets misrepresented or missaid. It is completely fine. I believe you also agree with me, Tajae, when I say this. It's completely fine to have elements like that. It's obviously fine. Hold up. It is completely okay to have representation of that ilk in Last of Us Part 2. Right? But The Last of Us at its core is not, its main focus is not those things. Not that those things are wrong, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all wrong.
Not at all wrong. Let me just be crystal clear to the panel. Let me just be crystal clear.
I did go on a tangent. So
I'm just trying to make sure that everything is kumbaya. Right? Absolutely. No, 100%. I just want to make sure that it is crystal clear for anyone hearing this. There is no issue or problem with those specific topics that have been revealed to be a part of Last of Us Part 2.
I advocate for it. I have
absolutely.
A video
I 100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. However, the question of if if Last of Us Part 2 will its main focus be about that? No, it's about hate. It's about the story between Ellie and Joel. That's what Last of Us has been from the jump. Period.
And I think Dina would have obviously she's gonna be majorly being there, but I don't think the beats of the entire story is just gonna be like romance.
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you. I think she dies right at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I bet it's a revenge.
She's not dying.
Game is probably her trying to death.
She's not dying.
I don't know.
You're crazy.
Maybe she gets kidnapped and it's like a Taken kind of thing.
They're over here like marketing her. She's a major character in the story, and then they just offer in the beginning.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to throw you off.
He said it's all about hate. What's she gonna hate, man? And unless it's like some weird thing where Joel got murdered or something, and like her and what's her name go.
We know that Anton, bro. Maria might get off. We might see Maria and
Ellie get close. Okay, Maria gets pregnant because she might be the pregnant character, and then whatever happens, Maria gets off.
Right.
Somehow, some way, it might be Maria.
Nonetheless,
I think Joel's the pregnant character.
Nonetheless, of course, we have many months to speculate about Last of Us Part 2, but we do have a lot longer to speculate on this new IP by Square Enix. You
might have to cut that out.
It's all good. No. It's cool. It's cool. Say your piece. I just want to make sure that it doesn't get at all misconstrued. But back onto the last topic here. You know what I'm saying?
Did I not put my point across great? Like, did I sound?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, no. You were good. I'm just wanting to double down. Double down. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
I think when I start ranting, my bad. Go ahead.
It's cool. It's all good. But this game was showing off at Square Enix's conference. I mistakenly said Bethesda before we started recording, but it is Square Enix. My bad. It was shown at E3 2019 last year, and I thought it looked really cool. It's from a studio called People Can Fly. Excuse me. It's gonna be a sci-fi co-op shooter. That I think it takes place on a world that isn't Earth. It's like a different world that it takes place on, and these soldiers or these main characters of the game somehow inherit these abilities to be used in combat as well as their weaponry. So it's kind of like it's very much is resemblance of like Destiny in that way, of having like these different powers along with regular guns and stuff like that. But People Can Fly, the studio, also developed Bulletstorm. If you guys ever played that back in the day, I didn't play Bulletstorm, but I know a lot of people did. It's going to be a 3-player co-op RPG, stuff like that. But they did say that they did a full gameplay reveal trailer for it this week, as well as it is the featured game on the Game Informer cover. So they have a month long of game coverage. So we'll hear a ton more about the game overall as the weeks go by in February. But they also did release the kind of release window of this game, which they say specifically not fall 2020, not summer 2020. You know what I'm saying? They say holiday 2020, which a lot of people are kind of connecting with the PS5 and its verbiage of saying holiday 2020. So this could be a launch third-party game for the new consoles. So,
oh snap!
I think it looks cool.
I feel like even if it isn't like specifically for the new consoles, it'll probably have a version on both. I think we're going to see a little period at the beginning of the console cycle, like Xbox and PlayStation this last console cycle, where you have games like the new Call of Duty game and stuff that just drop on both, you know?
Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah. We'll definitely get that. Like, you know, this game is launching on both last gen, quote unquote, and next gen. You know, which then at that point would be last and current gen. But PS4, PS5, you know, those cross generational games, I'm sure we'll get. And this maybe will be one of them. Yeah. And actually, they actually confirmed it. We're not just speculating. They did confirm. I'm reading right here that there will be a version appearing on both PS4 and PS5. So
oh, cool. There you go.
Cool to see that there. I just thought it looks like a really cool IP. Yeah, and I feel like at the start of a generation, it's always a good time to launch a new IP. You know, I feel
totally.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bring it on.
Yeah. So that was, I guess, all the topics for this week. And I want to end off with a little random question of the week. You know what I'm saying? I would just let any of you guys start answering. But what's one feature from a competing platform you'd like to see implemented into PS5? Right. This could be, of course, the Switch, the Xbox, the PC. And I guess that's it. Yeah. I guess those are the only platforms. So
I'll tell you what I want.
Any feature from any of those, we don't see in PS5. Brent, what do you got?
I want my select button back. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
share button's
sir.
good and all, you know,
Why?
but I don't know
That's
why.
fine.
I just miss the select.
I like the share
because I
button
play on
so
my
much.
Switch and my my Xbox and stuff, and then I'll go to hit select on the PlayStation, and I just all of a sudden I'm sharing to Twitch, and it's just like
What's up? I'm sharing the Twitter.
I feel like the dedicated share thing could just be in your like home menu that happens when you hit the home button, you know? I don't know. I don't feel like we need a whole button for that. But at the same time, I guess if you streamed like nonstop. But then again, if you stream like nonstop, you're probably going to be hooked up to a computer and like, I don't know.
It's a lot of fair
Not
points.
me, bro. I want apps. More apps.
You want more
More
apps?
Even though
apps,
I'm
like-
gonna use
like
it, I
not
just want the
games?
choice. They just have apps. Yes, just because why not? Like,
Yeah, I'm with you on
I
that.
feel like I have more personality to your PlayStation if you have that.
Totally.
I feel that.
I want virtual console.
Ooh,
like-
okay.
Like I want where you can like play like PS1 games. Like you can pay like as long as you're paying for like the online subscription, you have access to like all the old PS1 games and like the PS2 games.
That would be sick.
Like how Nintendo does.
mhm.
that would be nice.
Yeah,
That would be
Nintendo's
nice.
Switch or the NES, SNES library that they have over there is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I want to ask you, how you guys feeling about this, right quick?
About what?
I'm about to get us back. I'm about to get us back to the last of this, right quick.
Oh,
It
here we
is
go.
February
Dang.
12th. How
All
are we
the way
feeling
back.
right now? How are we feeling right now? It is February 12th, bro.
I mean, none of us are as hyped as you.
Bro, why?
No, I mean, look.
Hey, I'm
Tajae.
hyped. Don't get me wrong.
I'm hyped.
It's just so long.
I am-
I'm trying not to think
I-
about it. You know?
I am.
I've
I've just been looking at the theme and hearing the music, and it's just like, bro.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like Taj is on that next level hype though. Like
I'm
like
sorry.
we're hyped and all, but Taj is
I
hyped,
have
dude.
a weird,
Capital
like-
HYPED.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever we're doing these podcasts, there's moments where I literally just drown out and like I'm sitting there and I'm daydreaming about The Last of Us. Like I kid you not, like I'm
I
thinking
feel
it.
that.
I feel like this weird like sensation throughout my body.
I think we're gonna have to have like an intervention with you,
Like, I
bro.
just need to- like,
We're gonna you're gonna come up
I
next
don't know.
Tuesday thinking that we're doing a podcast, and then we're gonna be like, look, we need to
And I'll
sit
be
you
honest,
down,
After
bro.
what happened today, my hype is just even further up. Like I have this weird jelly butterfly goose feeling in my body now that I
I
can't
feel
shake.
that. I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
that.
hyped that you're so hyped, Tajae.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
Like, I need y'all to get hyped. Like y'all have to feel
No.
what I feel.
I
Like, I
am.
haven't felt like this in a long time. I haven't felt like this since God of War 2018, and it wasn't even like
Ooh.
this. because I wasn't keeping up with God of War. I got hyped for God of War when they finally dropped the release date. That's when I was like, okay, I need to play.
I was about to say, I think when we get closer to that time, when it's like
Oh
a
yeah,
month
when it
out,
dropped.
Yeah, a month
You know
out,
what I
we're
mean? Like,
definitely
Hopefully, when
gonna
it's
be.
a month out, I'm just possibly maybe.
Tajae's head's gonna explode when it's a month
Like, I don't care. I'll wait till May 29th. Just I can't wait. I cannot wait till May 29th. That's all I'm gonna say. I just can't wait to see everybody else play it as well. Not just myself. I'm not gonna be selfish. I want to see everybody else play it too. Like I really can't wait to see how this is critically. If this shit lets anybody down, I'm a cry, bro. Like devoted.
I feel that.
I would cry tears.
But the feature I would like to see, you know what I'm saying, is one that actually comes from Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Recently I forgot if it was last E3 or this recent E3, but they announced the combination of having Xbox Live and Game Pass, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Xbox Ultimate is
That
like
would be
$14
so cool if
You sure
now
they
was
showed that at
included
Gamescom?
with
what?
PlayStation
Wait,
Plus.
You sure
What-
they didn't show that off at Gamescom, or was that? Nah, that
show what?
That was at Gamescom.
I think it
was
was.
at Gamescom, right?
I forgot which conference, but I know it was like
Yeah.
semi recently. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying for a long time, like I would love to see, you know, at the very least, like Plus and Now somehow, and by that I mean PlayStation Plus and
Bundled
PlayStation
together,
Now
That would be fine.
bundled in, because I do pay for
Yeah.
both, but I would like to see some sort of like combination of the two. You know what I'm saying? And back when PlayStation View was a thing, maybe that, but I feel like that would have been a lot more expensive with View. But now that it's just PS Plus and PS Now, that PS View is gone,
Yeah.
I would like to see them have a tier that combines both of them. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
Dude,
cheaper.
Offers. Yeah, it should be cheaper.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
maybe offers like different, you know, like maybe like additive awards to some degree. Like maybe it's like those two services you get bundled as well as something else on the side. I don't know what that could be, but
Spotify or
something.
some shit. They could make a deal with Spotify. I know they
Maybe,
did for a
yeah.
while
PlayStation
where
already
you
has a deal with
signed up for
Spotify, though.
PlayStation Plus. It was like $1 for like 3 months of Spotify Premium or some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Think about if you're on PlayStation, you have Spotify Premium. Like if you're just logged into PlayStation, you have it. You can play
Really?
whatever you want. Yeah, if you can log into Spotify right now on PlayStation only, you'll have Premium. Only on your PlayStation.
Whoa, dope!
Interesting. I
I
know
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't-
I don't use Spotify at all, but if
I use
log
Apple
into my
Music,
PlayStation,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
listen to whatever you want on command. Like
That's cool.
I'm definitely an Apple Music guy. I'm not at all a Spotify guy, but
Apple
that is
Music all the way.
yeah, same. But that's what I would like to see. I would just like to see like them step up in terms of services, because Xbox, we've seen late gen definitely step up their services. Game Pass is a great offering. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see, you know, I'm not expecting PS Now to turn into Games Pass overnight, but I think a good step in that direction would be combining Plus and Now and making the overall like cost go down in terms of services from like an individual standpoint. Yeah, and like we have been seeing that too with them lowering down the price of PS Now to $10 a month, which is a great price for it.
Totally.
I feel like. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like a lot of people aren't even aware about PS Now, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those services that flies under
This
the
is the
radar. Like I know
conversation
people
we-
with PlayStations that don't know about it. You know, it's like
I
Do
mean,
y'all
I
think
don't
the
know.
3-month tier for PlayStation Plus is? I feel like $25 for 3 months. It just doesn't. I used to pay only back when it was $18 for 3 months. I only paid for 3 months, $18. But now I cannot get myself to pay 25 for 3 months. I pay 10 every month. I just
yeah, me too.
I just pay 10 a
I
month.
do it
Yeah,
monthly.
same.
Yeah.
Same.
It
I
used
just
to
pay
be
10 a month.
18 for 3 months back in the day. That was the life, bro.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you're not buying the whole year, it's honestly not that worth it. You know what I mean? Because the whole year is definitely worth it.
I
Like
just-
The
50
whole year
bucks
is
for the
60.
whole
That's
year,
fire.
you
Yeah,
know?
I'm
That's a-
It used
I'm
to be
thinking
50. It used to be
Yeah.
50. They
I
raised
think-
the prices, and
Did
Yeah,
they
they
raise it?
raised it. It's like
Damn.
80 or something.
it's 60.
Right?
It's 60 for the year, 25 for 3 months.
Oh,
10
okay.
It used to be 10 for a month, $18 for 3 months, and then 50 for a year. And the thing about it, there was no tax at the time either.
Yeah, I remember when I first got my PlayStation, I could get games off the store digitally, tax free,
It used
and
to
that
be
was the shit to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
why they brought taxes to it, and I don't know why they raised the prices.
But
What
yeah,
did
I
they
mean,
do in exchange for that price increase on Plus? What am I getting in exchange that shows the difference? Let's
Yeah.
I mean, I
free
would,
game every
I
month, I guess.
would argue that since they dropped the price in October, or raise them in some different variations of when you're subscribing to PS Now, they have
and I'm talking about
included.
Plus. I'm talking about Plus.
Oh,
They
plus.
raised the
Oh,
plus
I'm sorry.
prices, but I
Plus.
don't see
Oh,
any,
wow.
like,
I
I don't-
thought you were talking about PS Now. I'm sorry.
Nah,
My bad.
plus
I'm sorry, my bad.
they up the
Yeah.
prices, but I don't see anything like of value up. You could probably say the games lately, but they upped the prices a long time ago.
No, if anything, it's gone down because you're getting less games free per month. You know what I'm saying? We
That too.
used
the
to
price
get
went up, and the game
yeah
went down.
yeah we
That's bad.
used to get 2 Vita, 2 PS3, and 2 PS4, and now we only
Do you
get
even get
2
PS3 games?
PS4. Huh? What was it?
Do you even get PS3 games with this anymore?
No.
Nah. They
Not
took
anymore.
out PS3 and Vita.
Yeah, not
That
anymore.
is
Yeah,
why.
yeah. I mean,
But I have noticed that since they did that, the PS4 games they've been
have been
giving
getting
out have been
better.
better.
That is true. Yeah,
Probably
absolutely.
put that money towards. The
Yeah,
remakes.
yeah. That, and like I would like to see, just a little side one before we end the show. I would like to see PSVR games be more frequently
Free more often.
in the PS
The
Plus
free
offerings.
games?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, hell yeah.
I'm
Me
sorry
too.
for cutting you off a lot at the end of this. I feel like I've been talking a lot.
It's
since
cool.
the
No,
last-
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's all good, bro.
Nah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
But that has been Saves Life Podcast episode 5. Taj, I'll let you do the outro. Where can people find you? Where can I'll plug. You have the floor, good sir.
All right. So pretty much go over on Twitter at Tajae Moment, first and last. You know what I'm saying? Famous kid. No, I'm kidding. Go to that's for my name. Go to YouTube.
Naughty Dog's favorite.
Tajae, yeah, Naughty Dog's favorite YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? And that would be awesome. See you guys next time with another banger.
Is lit. And the homies in the middle, of course, Jamal and Brent. You may proceed.
Yeah, check us out. You can search for GameSpeak Podcast on any podcast platform, and you'll find us on there. It's just like a blue video game controller logo. It says GameSpeak Podcast. We have a new episode go up every Wednesday morning by
I'm gonna check y'all
9:30. So
We come on YouTube on Thursdays too.
yeah, so we put the video version of the episode up. But that's it. I mean, you can look for me on Twitter. It's Aljafer Jamel, but I'm just getting the hang of it. So, like I need to change my freaking name on there probably because that's really hard. But anyways, yeah.
You can also go to our website,
createforsanity.com.
That, yep.
Yeah,
as well
that's it.
as
That's
everyone's
it.
links are in the description as well. Of course, you can what was I gonna say? You can keep following Save Slot Podcast, of course, by subscribing to youtube.com/plays and source, as well as if you're watching this on the video on demand on YouTube. I don't want to say video on demand. On YouTube, you can of course go in the description and follow our different links, or our Twitter, our Discord, as well as our anchor link down below, where you can find our different links to our podcast feeds up on different podcast services. That of course being Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Podcasts, all the good stuff. You can follow us on there. All you gotta do is either click on that anchor link down below, as well as if you want to, you can go to your favorite podcast service and search PlayStation Source podcast feed. So thank you all for tuning in on Save Slot Podcast episode 5. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the podcast, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. And thank God for watching. And as always,
Greatness awaits.
damn, look at everyone in unison. You
Ooh, beautiful.
love to see it. You love
Not
to see
forget
it.
to cut out that part.
I will listen. That
Not
part
forget
is part's gonna get
cut
cut
out
out. It's
that
gonna
part.
save.
Honestly,
it's
I don't.
gonna
I'm
be
not.
extinguished.
Ain't shit gonna happen to me for saying it. You see, I'm
It's
black, so but I'm saying, don't for the sake of this podcast.
I'm half Middle Eastern. I'm half
Make
Middle
sure-
He's
Eastern.
just looking
Y'all
out
don't
for
mess
us.
with
Yeah.
you cut that out, okay?
I'm just
Me and
letting y'all
Kevin
know.
over here gotta
I'm
watch
ju-
out. You know?
I'm just letting y'all know. I am still recording. This is still a part of the podcast.
Oh no.
I was waiting until everyone did like a silent moment to cut. You know what I'm saying? So I was
I
just.
think you're lying. You're
But
lying
no
right
one.
now.
No, I swear on my life. I swear.
You tell me this is already posted up on YouTube right
No,
now?
I'm saying I'm
No,
so.
just kidding.
I'm still recording.
Imagine.
All right. I'll see y'all next week. Later.
All right,
bro.
man. Peace.
All right, later.
Yeah.